Yo, y'all say y'all not hearing? Y'all say y'all not hearing nothing? Y'all don't hear any sound? Uh, just because we was in here playing around trying to figure shit out yesterday. Now can't nobody hear me. So y'all can't hear me? No audio? Damn. I have no idea why y'all can't hear me. Oh, y'all can hear me now. Y'all just couldn't hear the video, which is very interesting. Hold up. Uh, 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 I don't know. Either way, Reset by Design Wellness is going out of town again, girl. Oh, yes. Could y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that? Y'all can hear that? Okay. I'll see what's going on later about why y'all can't hear stuff being played in the movie. Um my sound is a bit muffled. That's what y'all say. I don't know about it. I don't know. I don't know what to do, girl. It's saying I'm connected to all of my stuff, so I don't know. I don't know. Hold up, y'all. Give me a second. Let me run the ad. I want to see if my ad works. Okay, hold up.
Difference. I'm asking everyone
Okay,
to try
hold
to
up,
fly in a
y'all.
couple days in advance if you can. The trip package covers your flights from Bangkok to Phuket.
Okay.
So we're gonna all fly to Phuket together, and then we'll head to the resort. So we're not staying in a villa. With the
I
group
don't
trips,
know.
we're more than likely not going to do villas, especially since it's co-ed.
Mhm.
So we're going to be at a five-star resort. It's a beautiful
Can't
resort.
hear
We'll have
it.
a welcome
Okay.
dinner. So we have the elephant sanctuary, and then people have free time if they want to,
All
go to Old
right.
Phuket Town or some one of the popular beaches. They can do that. And then we'll have like a
We'll
Songkran
have to
event
figure this out.
in Phuket. And
No
Songkran is
sound
the
for the
Thai New
ad.
Year, and it's
Okay.
there. They have this huge water festival, and literally you're walking around and people are just drenching you in buckets of water. So I think
Ah,
you need some
it's so
braids, or you
annoying,
just need to be able
y'all.
to fix your because you're going to get wet. You are going to get wet, or you're going to need to cover your hair or something. But
Cause
come here and expect to have fun.
oh, you can
Let your
hear it
hair
now.
down, get wet, because I'm also going to be giving out some super soakers.
Oh,
I'm excited. I'm excited to
no,
experience that.
I'm so
So
excited.
we'll leave Phuket, and then we'll.
All right. So hopefully y'all heard some of that. And y'all will come with us to Sokran. Okay, go get wet, bitch. Get wet, bitch. Okay. Can y'all hear me now? Am I clear now? Y'all saying it's faint? Ah, listen, girl. At this point, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, girl. I did my best. Let me see. Hold up. Am I clear now? Y'all saying it's faint? I okay. Got it. We're gonna fix this. Give me a second. Okay, so first of all, okay, so first of all,
Hi, everybody. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I have a great show for you planned. I was not expecting to have any issues because I was seeing levels on my end, but I can hear what y'all are hearing, and I got it, girl. Girl, listen, we're just gonna do a little quick restart of my road, all right, and we'll get into everything. The things that I wanted to talk to y'all about during this show. Okay, hi. Hi everybody. It's coming close. Hey girl. I wanted to talk to y'all about my members only. So I want to do a members only um Friday I plan on doing girlfriends episodes 1 through 4 for y'all. I don't know whether I'm going to do it live or pre-recorded, probably pre-recorded, but we'll see. Y'all let me know. But I decided I was going to finish season 2 of girlfriends for y'all. So I started making notes and I'm ready to do that. So on Friday, I don't know whether it'll be live or regular. That will be for everybody. But for the members only, I want to do a listen along to Rashana Landfair's book about her time with R. Kelly. I really y'all. Hold up. Hold up. I might be back. I might be back. Let me see. No, that's not what I meant to do. Here. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's see. All right.
Testing. Testing 1 2. Testing. Testing 1 2. Testing. Testing 1 2. Hold up, y'all. Let me see. I feel like I can hear myself. I feel like it might. Hold up. We gotta see. Think, girl. Let's see. Hold up. I don't know what to do, girl.
Probably pre-recorded.
Testing. Testing 1 2. Testing. Testing 1 2. Testing. Testing 2. Hold up, y'all. Let me see. Yeah, it's still doing it. Okay. I don't know, girl. I don't know what happened. How about that? What about that? I'm sorry, y'all. Can y'all just like bear with me? I'm sorry. I apologize. I hate this. But I want to get it right. I want to make sure that before I get into everything, the sound is good and I can hear what y'all are hearing. Hold up. It's still doing it. Okay. I don't know, girl. I don't know what happened. How about that? What about that? I'm sorry, y'all. Can y'all just like bear with me? I'm sorry. Yeah, that's better. I hate this. But I want to get it right. That's better. Make sure that before I get into everything, the sound is good. Okay, that's good. And I can hear what y'all are hearing. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. I don't know, girl. I think that's good. Y'all just like bear with me. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's better. I hate this, but I want to get it right. I think that was better. That's better. Make sure that before I get into everything, the sound is good. Gotta listen to. Okay, that's good. And I can hear what y'all are hearing. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. All right. That sounds better. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Someone says that there's an echo. It was not an echo. I was playing the playback and y'all can hear the playback, okay? We should be better now. Y'all should be hearing me loud and clear. It shouldn't be having that kind of staticky sound anymore, right? Okay. Crystal said it's better. We want to make sure. I'm gonna wait on response from Crystal that we not hearing no more staticky shit. Y'all saw the ad. Come to Thailand with Reset by Design Wellness. And if you can't come to Thailand, bitch, come to Mauritius. All right. Um, all right. So we're good. We're good. We're so good. I'm feeling so. I'm feeling so good. So good. All right. So I've been going back and forth with people on the internet this morning, some of my mutuals, because we got into it about foundational Black Americans. And I have not spoke on this issue, but I have been seeing people talk about it. And I finally decided this morning to give my 2 cents because Shabuzi said something that really bothered everybody. Okay. And he said that immigrants built this country. I feel like the point of that was what's going on in the country right now with the brutalization and the snatching up the immigrants and all of that, and unaliving white folks and white people seeing in general what it's like to be an African American on any given day in this country, feeling fear that someone might just snatch you up off the street and hang you from a tree. Racism's over. Yeah, bitch, we never got the memo. Okay, we never got the memo up around my way. It's always still been racism here, racism there, racism everywhere. Okay, now I want to be clear about something. I am a African American. I am born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. I am what I would like to call a little New Orleans princess. Okay, and the reason why I say that is because I have a deep culture here in New Orleans. My family, Mass Indian in New Orleans, Louisiana. My grandfather and my uncle, my grandfather's brother, who is Tootie Montana. This can be Googled. My uncle, my very direct uncle, my mom's brother, David Montana, is also, okay, David Peters, aka David Montana, is also a world-renowned New Orleans masking Indian. Okay, so I have a deep culture that I am very proud of. Okay, as a Black person and as a New Orleanian child, okay, I am very proud of where I come from. And because of that, we've done a lot of research about our family line. So I know that I am someone who is also a descendant of Cameroonian West African people. I am also a descendant of people from the diaspora, Haiti. Okay, also several different white people. Matter of factly, okay, our what is she called? Pam Bondi, whatever that evil lady does. Yeah, she and I am more than sure are related on my father's side, because the Bondis was a family in New Roads, a white family that owned a huge plantation in New Roads, and they had a Black side of the family, because y'all know, as they like to do, slave masters like to rape and pillage their slaves and the women around them. And so there's a white side of the family that spells Bondi with an I, and there's a Black side of the family that spells Bondi with a Y. Okay? This is how things go around here, all right? So I want everybody to be clear on where I'm coming from when I talk about the FBAs. The reason why I don't align with that is because it is not just about identity, being specifically a person that is African American and a descendant of chattel slavery. Yes, I am a descendant of chattel slavery, also a descendant of Africans from the diaspora, also a descendant of Africans that never made it over here, okay? Because the Cameroonian people are still over there, girl. And I imagine I still have a DNA connect. So what that makes me understand is all of us here today are a mixture of all of these different entities. Yes, chattel slavery, but also people from the diaspora that have come here over the years. Also colonialized white people that raped and pillaged. And some white people that really just had relationships, because apparently along the way there was a biracial relationship between a white man and a Black woman in my family line that apparently was not like one of non-consent. So then there's that. Everything wasn't always rape either. I feel like a lot of people, and Black people specifically, have done this thing along the years. And I read this in a book, but also I feel this way as well. And lies my teacher told me, and lies across America. The author talks about all the lies that we're taught in school and how it really muddies up everybody's perception. It's not just one lie, Black people didn't do shit. No, that's not the only lie. The lie is also that there weren't a whole bunch of other people here in America during and before slavery, because here in America, there was a system of trade happening. People were coming back and forth to the Americas before chattel slavery and during it. Yes, chattel slavery is happening, but there are also free Black people that are here during that time. There are poor white people here during that time. And then along the way, yes, people from China and other nationalities of people did come here and were here during slavery. Yes. Surprise, surprise. It was not a lot, but yes. And another thing is there were way more Native American people here at one point. Our history taught us that it's some small group of undeveloped Native Americans that lived here. No, it was mass commerce and trade happening in America prior to and during slavery. It's always been somewhat of a mixture. So this idea that Black Americans have that it's always been just us and them, that's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true, y'all. Even the fact that interracial relationships were allowed before they outlawed them. So maybe around the 1700s in America, a white woman and a Black free man could be in a relationship together before they put in a law to make it illegal. History books, y'all. History. So that is my understanding of history. That is my understanding of even my own identity from a very young age, understanding that I come from a slave master because the Bondys in New Roads. Understanding that I also come from somebody from Haiti on my grandfather's side. My grandmother is a biracial woman. We had no idea that my grandmother was biracial because nobody knows anything about my grandmother's dad except for they are the Fords. Nobody understands anything else. All we know is my grandmother, Noella, my great-great-grandmother, no, great-grandmother, Noella, my mom's mom, okay? Everybody don't always know. You know why? Because we are the descendants of chattel slavery. That's why we don't always know all of these little connections to other people and people that came from other places. So that is why I don't adopt the mentality that Black people from America have experienced something that means we're not also kin to other people and we're so different from them. Please understand, slavery was happening. Chattel slavery was happening in the islands. The diaspora, the islands, they also had chattel slavery. And it was actually far, far fucking worse in some of the other areas that did sugarcane plantations. Cotton plantations were bad, but sugarcane plantations were the fucking worst. The people weren't even living past the age of 32 or some shit. People were dying. They had to keep sending people to those islands during the plantation, and also they had they had sugarcane plantations in Louisiana too, which is why the people from Louisiana have such a connection to the people from the islands and the diaspora. Not just that we are like at the bottom of the states and closer to them. Obviously, we're a port city. And we also had sugarcane plantations in Louisiana. So I have a specific understanding of Louisiana history, slavery, and all of those things, okay? Because it was still very prevalent here. I feel like in other places in the United States, a lot of history was able to be whitewashed in some ways. Here in Louisiana, in New Orleans specifically, some of our history has been maintained because it's a part of our culture, right? So it's somewhat been more maintained. The white people weren't able to come in and like really wash a lot of that shit out. We still have slave quarters and places in the French Quarter where slaves were being held and all of that type of shit. The historic foundations love to keep shit in place as memorandums of how they were in power at some place, but it also shows how they fucked over the Black people, okay? I know for one how terrible they did Black people because we always had the story of Delphine Lalaurie. We knew how bad they could do Black people from the story of Delphine Lalaurie, who was doing all of these experiments on Black people, disjointing them and putting their bones back together and having them look like creatures. And then when the white people found out what she was doing, because a little Black girl jumped off the house out there, okay, a house that's been highly publicized, they went and found out that there were people, live Black people, under the floorboards of the house. That's a true story, y'all. So I'm very well aware of what white people do. I'm very well aware that chattel slavery and what we experience here in actual America is different from what people experienced in other places. But there is a level of niggerdom that y'all are engaging in that is giving oppression Olympics, and it's starting to piss me off. When we start talking about FBA and foundational black people, we are talking about a group of black people that come from a man named Tariq Nasheed. Okay? He came up with that name. Him. This is not about the actual African American people. This is about that name, FBA. This is about where that comes from. And I want to talk about that. So let me go ahead and pull up. First of all, let's do this first. Because I want to play Consciously. I like Consciously. I'm going to play Consciously video, and then I'm going to pull up what I found on Tariq Nasheed, because I didn't know who the fuck he was. I've heard about foundational black people, and then I've only heard about y'all in reference to the way y'all talk about certain things. And sometimes I don't like the shit that y'all say, okay? The way y'all go about certain topics. So, for instance, when Shabuzi says that immigrants built America, and then everybody's like, immigrants didn't build America, enslaved black people did. Yeah, you're partially right. We both did. Immigrants did, and enslaved black people did. And then y'all say shit like, there were no other people here prior to slavery. Yes, there was. You don't read history books that are accurate. That's why you don't know that. And also, at the end of the day, the America that we live in today is absolutely a byproduct of other immigrant people coming here and contributing. It is what it is. Does it mean that we didn't do what we did? No, that doesn't mean that. Does that mean we should check whenever they try to erase us from history? Absolutely. We should always be checking motherfuckers when they try to erase us from history. So I'm not mad at people saying, hey, Shabuzi, don't forget. You need to be way more specific about your wordage when you say shit. I'm not upset about that. I agree with that. But it is the way some of y'all are responding to that situation that shows me y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about either. And that's what my commentary is coming from. So let's talk to Consciously, and I'm going to pull up this Tariq Nasheed shit, and we'll get into that.
The engagement forming. Man, I was already turning crops over on this soul content form before I even mentioned something about y'all. You feel me? But they're gonna piss me off on Twitter. I'm talking about I'm ready to illustrate the reason why I'm a Hall of Fame college policy debater. I'm trying to have set speech times too. I don't want no yelling over nobody. When you talking, I ain't gonna speak over you. I ain't gonna speak to you. When you talk, when I'm talking, ask for the same thing. You feel me? Which one of you FBA warriors want it, man? I'm talking about I got time.
This not the one I meant, y'all. I'm sorry. I was trying to find, because there was so many videos about it that I was seeing that I didn't save because I didn't want to have the conversation, because I hate these conversations. But there were people popping up on my timeline that I was like, girl, what the fuck are you talking about? And I just slid past. And it was a lot of people talking about Deontay Wilder.
As Black History Month in 1970.
This is one of the videos that I guess are trying to point out that he's being a hypocrite, but I feel like it's edited together and it's missing nuance. I'm gonna let this play.
6, urging Americans to seize the opportunity to honor the too often neglected accomplishments of Black Americans. Full stop. We're not going to be ahistorical. We're not going to erase our contribution. We're not going to erase our bloodshed. We're not going to erase the things that we built. We're not going to all lives matter this shit. BA, the foundational Black American. These niggas ain't involved in nothing outside. They ain't doing shit outside. If you
When he said that, he is talking about Tariq Nasheed and his group of FBAs, and how you want to be a group of foundational Black people, but you haven't actually developed anything that we can see or touch right now to say they developed that. So, for instance, the Black Panther Party that y'all keep running back to but don't know what the fuck the Black Panther Party was actually about, they helped everybody. Especially the Black Panther Party of the 60s and the 70s that started after school programs and was feeding the kids and all of that. They fed everybody, not just Black people. They fed everybody in their communities. Y'all are really confused about some of that shit. Okay? But I'm gonna let him continue.
You have an issue with Black Americans being centered after the sacrifices, the bloodshed that we used to build this fucking country.
Oh, man.
The inventions that make your life, everyday life, easier.
Oh, so many inventions.
And the civil rights movement, which allowed you to come over here with the rights that you enjoy now. We're not going to erase Black Americans' history.
Please understand that some of the people he's talking about are like Marcus Garvey. Who isn't Marcus Garvey Jamaican? I could be spacing. Okay. But my point is that there are so like our actual African American history here is also a part of diaspora, island people, people that came from Jamaica, people that came from Haiti, people that came over here throughout those years. And I think at some point, I need for us to understand that we should really be worried about people's mindsets and not where they come from. Because there's a bunch of regular FBAs around here that I wouldn't fuck with. I'm still confused about why y'all always talking about Kanye like he was some motherfucking prophet, like he said some shit that niggas wasn't already saying. Y'all be pissing me off with him because y'all really exalt that nigga like he was saying some shit that everybody wasn't saying. We all know white people don't care about black people. We all know George Bush don't care about black people. Surprise the fucking prize. Like, we knew that already.
We're not going to dilute Black Americans' history by lumping everybody in.
Agree with this. A lot of these communities, they be on par with
White folk shit.
white folk shit.
Yes, and when we talk about like people from the island, the diaspora people, that they were colonized and then the white people left them there and they were left with their colorism, left with all of the remnants that of white superiority that was left on their islands after them white people left them. Yes, they were brainwashed. A lot of them, more of them than us. And that's because white people lived amongst us. So when white people left y'all on them islands, for the most part, it was almost like they froze y'all mentality in time. Whereas us having to grow alongside them through Jim Crow and civil rights movement and all of that shit, that is why we have a different experience now. But that is not to say that we don't have shared DNA and shared history with one another.
Supremacy, they be right along with that.
Nigga,
And it be throwing
You
me
ain't
off
low.
because it's like we all black in America.
listen, man.
We
I'ma
all
tell you
fall under the
something.
same umbrella.
And then sometimes it be them Gen Xers that be pushing from all cultures this like segregated blackness. I don't fuck with that. We not fucking with that.
Yeah.
This is Black History Month for and about the history, achievements, contributions, and just the collective history of Black Americans here in this country, dating back to chattel slavery. This is not about immigrants, and it's not no disrespect to immigrants. We're not going to All Lives Matter Black History Month. And I seen this topic come up. We're not doing.
But at the end of the day, if you mention Black History Month, y'all are going to mention people that are also from the islands. You are going to, because when you go back through the history, they were coming here and contributing. It is what it is.
Doing that shit.
No.
Being
That's-
exclusionary of other cultures throughout the diaspora, even if sometimes y'all do that to us, that ain't our role.
It's not a role.
Again, the last thing I want to say, immigrants built this country, literally.
And niggas don't be like, well,
And I feel like when he said that, that was a response to what's going on in the world right now. And I think what's happening right now, and I understand both sides, is, oh my God, look what's happening to the immigrants. But then also, this is what y'all have always been doing to Black people. Why don't y'all care? And there are actual white people on the internet wanting to go back to when the abuse was just happening to us at large. But please understand that we need to be clear about these things, but that doesn't take away from the fact that it doesn't matter whether you are from the islands, whether you are Black, whether you are immigrant, whether you are Asian, Latina, whether you are a poor white. You have got to wake the fuck up. They're eating babies. They've been eating them. Now we all know about it. Now we know that these people are in charge. We know that these people have infiltrated these systems. Now we need to wake the fuck up. If you refuse to wake up, you ain't a part of the clique. That's just what it is. But it needs to absolutely go, because somebody commented and say, foundational Black people, we all we got. Nigga, CMB my motherfucking ass. Them niggas wasn't even all they got. And if that's not an allegory for how this feels sometimes, because to be very clear, when y'all are pro-Black like that with the foundational Black shit and all of that, a lot of times y'all feel like y'all are specifically for Black men. The men that come up with that shit, That's how it feels to me. So I'm not somebody, and a lot of times y'all also adopt this mentality that y'all don't want to talk about the shit that black people are doing because white people are doing this. I'm not down for that shit neither. You will not ignore how black men are harming black children and women and girls and shit by pointing out that white people are doing the same thing and we need to be worrying about them. That's a problem to me. That's a problem that y'all didn't pick up on during the civil rights movement when you let them niggas only fight for their rights and not ours too. That was a mistake that was made in the 60s, putting women on the back burner. No, we need to bring everybody. We need to talk about what y'all doing to everybody. Run it. What y'all doing to women, what y'all doing to black women, what y'all doing to the immigrants, what y'all doing to the white people who are poor and stupid and don't know how they're being used for their own downfall, just like the black people that are in the religious sect and want everybody to be Jesus together to the point that they're more conservative than they want to fucking admit.
There was American revolts. We don't do that. We don't do that. We let you have your moment. We let you be centered. For the next 28 days, black Americans will be centered.
But it's not a problem when a nigga asks where you from and it's on the internet and it's on the basis of a culture that we created out of oppression. You don't want to let other niggas participate in your culture because they come over here and degrade him. And you know the business of colonization better than anybody. These niggas is brainwashed.
They are brainwashed. And I don't know, what the point of this was. I guess it was to make him look like a hypocrite. But I feel like it's missing nuance. Like, it's missing the nuance of the situation. Let me see.
Okay, I didn't know if I wanted to touch on this FBA discourse on here. However, I just wanted to say that being a foundational black American is literally being a foundational black American. And if you don't fit that criteria, then you can't be upset that you are not a foundational black American. We have got
who exactly is upset that they are not a descendant of chattel slavery? And I really want for y'all to understand, because y'all say this, but chattel slavery happened in the islands too. And that's the thing for me. Like, to me, we have a connected culture. Yes, we are experiencing one specific thing here in America. They're experiencing a different thing in the islands, but we have a shared culture. We have a shared history. And there's something like this, you can't sit with us thing that's happening, as if they haven't also dealt with the same form of chattel slavery that we dealt with.
And everything ripped from us, from our ancestors to now, to the point where we don't even know where we come from. But one thing that we do know is that we are foundational black Americans. So if you are not a foundational black American or just black American, then you should not feel any type of way that we are finally putting a stamp on who we are and we are not allowing certain people to be in our in group. And it's okay if you're on the out group, you're just an ally, and be that. I think the issue that we're having is that a lot of people are allies of black people and are pro-black, and some of them are actually biracial, which is a whole nother topic in itself. Therefore, they feel as though they should be able to be in these groups. However, you are not a foundational black American. Therefore, you will
Who's saying that they are? Who is saying that they are and they aren't? Who is saying this?
never be accepted into that group. The same way we would not be accepted into a white group. We are on the out group of that. You get what I'm saying? For anyone that...
And look, this is a lot of the things I see from y'all foundational black Americans. We are not no damn Africans or descendants of it. Let's get that clear. That is a lie. I don't understand. Like, I personally don't understand why y'all consistently try to act as if chattel slavery was not a real thing and that we are not the descendants of people from West Africa. I don't understand. It almost feels like you just don't want us to be connected to Africans for whatever reason. I don't understand why.
Has taken interpersonal communications in college, then you understand exactly what I'm saying. We do not belong with the Irish group or a white group. You know what I'm saying? We are foundational black Americans. That's why it's only for us, by us. Biracial people or anyone that has their in a bunch about not being included or criticizing what this group is doing for their people or
What is this group doing for their people? That was what Deontay Kyle was talking about. What has the FBA done for their people directly? That's a perfect segue, y'all. Let me go ahead and pull up, get into this Tariq Nasheed situation. Hold up. Let me pull him up. Tariq Nasheed. Let's pull up his Wikipedia, okay? Now, his Wikipedia could be a lie from the pits of hell, okay? I'm just going to say that straight off rip. I'm sorry, that's not right. I thought I put Nasheed in there. Why is it not his? Why is it not his Wikipedia that it's going to? That's weird. Y'all see that, right? Okay. I just wanted y'all to see what he looks like. I've already pulled this shit up on my phone. There it is. Okay, he has a book. Now, shout out to the diva who is in the comments because she's the one that told me in her live was talking about Tariq Nasheed and him being the person that started FBA. And this is how I got to it because I Googled foundational Black American and it pulled him up. So let's take a read, shall we? Tariq Nasheed is an American film producer and internet personality. He is best known for his Hidden Colors film series, as well as his commentary and promotion of conspiracy theories on social media. He was born in Detroit, Michigan, and spent most of his youth in Birmingham, Alabama. In 1991, Nasheed moved to LA, where he began his career as a rapper and later as dating expert under the K-Flex persona before transitioning into documentary making. Many of his dating books give instructions on how to be a pickup artist. So he's a scammer. That's what that would tell me. A grifter, a scammer. Let's continue on. In 2000, Nasheed had his first acting credit in the mockumentary TV series The Awful Truth by Michael Moore in the second season episode Taxi Driver, where he interviewed politicians in Washington, D.C. about allegations of taking money from lobbyists, including Mark Feifel, who served as Deputy Communications Director to then presidential candidate George W. Bush, U.S. Representative Tom Lantos, and political campaigner Nick Neihart of Every Voice. Nasheed produced the 2011 documentary film Hidden Colors, the untold history of people of Aboriginal, Moor, or African descent. Nasheed's follow-up film and DVD, Hidden Colors 2, The Triumph of Melanin, was released in 2012. In 2013, Nasheed released the horror film, The Eugenicist, which he also wrote and directed. In 2014, he released Hidden Colors 3, The Rules of Racism, and co-produced The Sweet Blood of Jesus, a remake of the 1973 movie Ganja and Hess with director Spike Lee. So he got film credits, okay? In 2015, Nasheed was an associate producer in the short documentary film Wilmington on Fire about the 1898 Wilmington Massacre. In 2023, Nasheed opened the Hidden History Museum in Los Angeles. The museum features current and historical Black figures. Mink Slide. Nasheed is a lead singer of an R&B group called Mink Slide, okay? Views and perception. Nasheed is known online for his controversial commentary on race. He is a proponent of FBA, Foundational Black Americans, an ideology and movement he founded, which is defined as any person classified as Black who can trace their bloodline lineage back to the American system of slavery. Now, if that is the case, just based off of that, if we know that the American slave trade also included the islands, because it used to be, what was it called, y'all? The connection between Africa, the islands, South America, and then America, like it was basically a triangle of some sort that they would go in to drop slaves off to set, like they would go from Africa, drop you off in the islands and then South America, and then bring you up to the Americas, and that would be the last stop on the east coast of America before they went right back to Africa, if I recall correctly. Slave trade was being done all across the Atlantic. So by his own definition, somebody from the diaspora could absolutely be a foundational Black American, seeing as though, yes, the transatlantic slave trade, yes. It was something else that they called it though, not just transatlantic. It was something else back in the day. Anyway, back to American system of slavery. The transatlantic also is the American slave trade because it's all being done for America. America is colonizing these islands with slaves. Okay? Not just America, y'all know Europe and the Portuguese and all of that, but all of that was being done for the American slave trade, y'all. All of it. Okay, so to be designated as FBA, at least one parent must come from a non-immigrant background in the United States of America. So I don't know how biracial people wouldn't be considered FBA, but that's people on the internet just wanting to create a clique and don't even know what they're talking about based on what this man's actual criteria for FBA is. The middle passage. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It was the middle passage. Thank you. As I was saying, to be designated as an FBA, at least one parent must come from a non-immigrant background in the United States of America. Nasheed believes FBAs must seek out reparations for their own, and that American-born descendants of the American slave trade have not adequately sought out resources for themselves. I can agree to that. I can agree that we are owed reparations, right? And so what it feels like to me is FBA is saying, none of you other niggas are supposed to be getting reparations. Only our group is supposed to get reparations. That's what it sounds like. When the truth of the matter is the transatlantic slave trade, the American slave trade also affected people from the diaspora. And so the money being made that went to America actually did come from the blood, sweat, and tears of Africans or indigenous people from other areas, which is why if you want something for us, then we should also be wanting something for everybody. Because what we have learned in history is that when you put everybody else's issues aside and only think about your own, it's not going to fix the overall problem, because the overall problem is affecting everybody. Everybody should be that's why I believe in socialism. That's why I believe in food, free rent, free Wi-Fi. Yes, free there needs to be more public transit systems for people to get on. Yes. Because y'all don't even realize the reason why the public transit system is so trash is because car makers lobbied in order to make people buy cars so that they would not be on the trains and all of that. Roger Rabbit told us that. It's all connected. Everybody's being oppressed. Everybody's being oppressed in different ways. And of course, the worst things have happened to Black people because we cannot escape our Blackness like everybody else. And we can't run to an island where there's no white people like some of the rest of y'all can. At least we couldn't back then. Some people did though. Shout out to Asada Shakur. That's why I don't believe in like this nationalism. Because to me, to be FBA the way y'all are exclaiming it, the way y'all are acknowledging it, it almost feels like white nationalism for Black people. That's low key what it feels like to me. And to me, that is a very small way of thinking at a time like this, when it is being made more obvious than ever that everybody's getting fucked over by the same people. Everybody's getting fucked over by the same people. And to me, it's us against the people that are eating the babies. That's how I feel. It's us against the people that are trafficking everybody. It's us against the people that want a 5-day work week and want you to slave for their corporations until you die. It's us against that. It's us against all of this buying up the property so that people can't afford to live in this country that they work in. That to me, that's where I would like for us to be at. Nasheed is known for his use of the term bed wench. and the related term Negro bed wench mentality. He uses the term to refer to Black women who date interracially. He revived and popularized use of this term, which historically was used to disparage Black women who were raped by their masters during slavery. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that great? A Black man that's so involved in Black history, hidden colors, and foundational Black people, but you would use a trope created by white people to disparage Black women against Black women right now. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely? Let's see what else. Nasheed also uses the term buck breaking to refer to the sexual abuse of Black men, particularly in the context of slavery, via a documentary of the same name, which Mel Magazine described as containing uncooked nonsense and being largely inaccurate. According to Refinery 29, Nasheed is notorious for his misogynistic, queerphobic, xenophobic, and often ahistorical commentary on Blackness in America. Stephen Kurse in the New York Times Magazine refers to Nasheed as a conspiracy buff, which at this point, y'all need to learn that some conspiracies were absolutely truth, but there is a let's create misinformation and throw some truth along in with the lies all together so nobody knows what to believe. So conspiracy theorists at large work on my fucking nerves because they have no barometer of what truth is. A lot of the times they just continue to move the goalposts. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Nasheed was highly vocal about his distrust of the COVID-19 vaccine. He opined that they are using yet another Black non-FBA doctor to do the COVID vaccine experiment on today. Notice, no one has given a scientific reason as to why we are only seeing Black people injected with this new vaccine, and that the white powers in control completely ignored requests for reparations, decent employment, decent education, decent housing, no police killings. I mean, I agree. A dead clock could be right twice a day. 2018 swatting incident. In May 2018, Nasheed and his family were swatted by white nationalists while in his home in Los Angeles. Several calls were made to the Los Angeles Police Department, falsely claiming that Nasheed had kidnapped and tied up his wife and had planted bombs in the house, which prompted an armed police response. Nasheed commended the LAPD for handling the situation professionally, because always white nationalists are always worse than Black nationalists. Okay. In 2014, Nasheed married Alexis Peanut Cobb. He has 3 children with her, as well as a daughter from a previous marriage. Okay. And that's what we know about him. So, yeah, I'm not running to call myself something that was created by a grifter, by someone that misrepresents information. I am an African American. I am a descendant of indigenous Native Americans. I am a descendant of white colonizers, and I am a descendant of enslaved and free Africans. Okay? And you can call yourself whatever you want to call yourself. But y'all tend to go along with shit y'all didn't heard. We all do it. It ain't just y'all. But we tend to go along with shit we didn't heard somewhere that sounded good without any real information on what the fuck is really going on. And these men are abusive, which is why I'm not running to identify with anything they throw out there. And that doesn't mean that I'm not proud of being Black, because I recognize that y'all in some ways are being divisive and worrying about the wrong shit, when I feel like this is a time for everybody to be worrying about everything. I'm worrying about it all, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm worrying about it all. And of course, I'm always going to center myself. I'm going to center Black women. That's who I'm going to center. I'm not going to center Black niggas like Tariq Nasheed. I'm going to center Black women. And a lot of the times, Black men get to hide behind racism and use Black women as shields. So yeah, I'm very, very, very careful of the Black men that I align myself with. I like Deontay. I haven't heard Deontay say anything that I disagree with, to be honest. I haven't heard him say anything that I disagree with. I don't know why y'all keep bringing up the fact that that man is biracial as if that means something. As I said, my grandmother was biracial. What that mean? We not black. We not black no more. We not black because some of us also identify the white people that are in our line because you don't know what white people was in your line. You better than me. Let me know. Because everybody is a product. If we're a product of American slavery, bitch, we're all a product of white people fucking other black. Hello. And if we really want reparations, I want everybody's shit. I want the white people shit too. I want they shit. I want the shit that belong to us. I want everybody. Y'all listen. The more I read, the more I don't like all of this shit need to be pulled up. Privatized land, all of that shit. All of it needs to be pulled up. All that shit out the grass. And I'm also tired of y'all defending fucking Kanye. I'm tired of y'all defending fucking Kanye. I'm tired. I don't care that Kanye is sorry. But y'all know why Kanye is now all of a sudden sorry? It's the same reason Corey Holcomb puss ass online crying like a bitch. Because y'all think y'all can do whatever y'all want to and get away with it. And when people finally snap y'all hand and say that's a fucking enough, now y'all want to be black men and now y'all need black people helping all of that. That's the exact same reason why it's case by case. It's puss ass nigga. I don't care what you're talking about. Let's listen to Torrey tell us about Kanye. Because I had no idea about this and I ain't seen nobody else talking about it.
Did you know that Kanye West has been quietly banned from performing in America? King Green explained the game to me on Rap Latte. There's two companies that control every significant touring venue in America, Live Nation and AEG. Both of them decided to ban Kanye from performing over the schmatzy stuff. Kanye hasn't toured in America since 2016, and it looks like that's because there's no venue that he could book. He can't get Live Nation or AEG to let him book stadiums or arenas so that he cannot tour. You can't just go around these companies, not in America. If Live Nation and AEG are against you, you can't tour in America, and that's where he is.
And I'm going to be real and say that's fucked up. Monopolizations that keep people from eating is a problem. It absolutely is. Okay? But at the same time, Kanye is one of these people that felt like, I'm not black, I'm OJ. And then white people had to remind him, nigga, no you not. And he should have known this because he wrote the song.
The reason why he hasn't toured in America since 2016. Kanye's got a new album coming out in March. Generally, by this point in the year, there would be an American tour scheduled. What do we have right now? 2 dates at a big space in Mexico City in late January, that just passed, and a date in Italy in July. And maybe a date in India this year, maybe. That's it. Nothing in America, the biggest touring market there is. Yes, Kanye can make a lot from those international dates. He's going to get a much larger guarantee from the promoter because he so rarely goes to Mexico City or Italy. But not being able to do New York, LA, Chicago, Houston, etc. is costing him a ton of money. I was told back in the Watch the Throne days when they did that tour with Jay-Z, they were profiting $1 million a show. It's a glaring absence that Kanye has no tour date scheduled in America at this time. It's not that he doesn't want to, it's that he can't. Beside losing the Adidas deal, this may be the biggest financial penalty he's paid for the whole schmatzy thing.
Yeah. You don't get to promote symbols of hate and be successful. Not in my book, okay? Not in my book, goddammit. And I'm sorry, y'all, because a lot of people, I'm a right is right, wrong is wrong type of person a lot of the times, okay? Every now and again, you could give me a scenario where I might throw my hands up. It's a tough one, okay? I'm about to give y'all a tough one right now. Where's the OJ clip? Because to me, a lot of these niggas fall victim to this, thinking that once they got enough money, they are now no longer just black, so they can separate themselves from us. Kanye is one of the most self-hating black men that has ever become famous. Okay, and there are a lot of them. There are a lot of them, bitch. There are a lot of them. But self-hating black men, celebrity self-hating black men, is a common occurrence, and I wish that y'all would be honest and be fucking real. Because if y'all want to be real about, oh, who can't sit with us and what group we all in and all of that, if you are not for black women, if you have not deconstructed misogyny, that type of shit, then you can't sit with me neither. I don't give a fuck if your mammy been in America since the first Pentanina and Santa Maria came over to this bitch. Okay, since that's the only ships we can name. What about the slave ships? Motherfuckers talking about there wasn't ever any slave ships because we don't see any of the ships anymore. Bitch. Ships get destroyed, repurposed. Ships get left out in the middle of the water. Ships fall all the way down to the bottom of the ocean. You know how much shit they got at the bottom of the ocean, bitch? Nobody knows because they've only really researched 5% of the shit. There's so much shit that you don't know. You have to understand, when you know something, you know you don't know a fucking thing. But I wanted to segue OJ, okay? Because Kanye is another one of them. I'm not black, I'm OJ type motherfuckers. That's what he thought about himself. That's why I don't like when y'all black asses get up here, oh, we should be giving him another chance. Bitch, please. At the end of the day, Kanye didn't marry and invest his wealth in a black woman. And that don't really matter to me at the end of the day because, you know, love is love at the end of the day. Like in real life for me, I don't care who you with. Love is love, okay? If it's genuine. But at the end of the day, you can't come to me talking about pro-black. I'ma stick beside Kanye because I'm black and that nigga ain't even give the portion of his wealth that he had to a black woman. You can't pro-black that nigga. Right is right, wrong is wrong it, because you can't pro-black it. You can't use blackness to protect Kanye, bitch.
Do you think that they're members of the jury that voted to acquit OJ because of Rodney King?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
How many of you think felt that way?
Oh, probably 90% of us.
90%?
Look at y'all. This is 3 black women jurors from the OJ trial. This is everybody's mama, y'all. Bitch, if your mama had a good job in the 90s, girl, the early 90s, this is your mama, girl. This your grandmama. This is somebody on the usher board.
Did you feel that way?
Yes.
That was payback.
Uh-huh.
You think that's right?
Okay. Now, I wanted to talk about this, y'all. I wanted to talk about this because to me, this is another one of those situations where we decided to put blackness over what was right and what was wrong because that's what white people do. Can black people tell me what they really truly got out of this? I would have preferred for y'all to go find, I would have preferred for mercenaries to go and find the motherfuckers. Like, all y'all hood niggas, I never understood why niggas that be willing to go back and forth to jail all the time never use their recklessness for the betterment of black people. You know what I'm saying? I never understood why, if you want to be a hard ass nigga and y'all so tough and all of that, why we ain't never seen y'all like quietly or collectively unalive people like George Zimmerman or the police officers that beat up Rodney King, right? Y'all big as fuck. Y'all, you know, King Cuck all that shit, right? Y'all gang, all of that. Y'all hard, all of that. But as soon as a white man come walking around, now everybody is, oh, it's a massa. Oh, it's a massa. And that's weird to me, y'all. That's weird to me. So black women are the ones that decide they gonna get the catch back. They gonna vote in a jury trial so that this nigga could get off because of what happened to Rodney King. As if OJ getting off did something for Rodney King. Rodney King's ass had already been beat. And OJ Simpson's self-hating black ass getting off did not do anything for any other black person. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I get it. I understand. But I wish that we cared more about right is right and wrong is wrong sometimes. Because to me, that same mindset that this woman has right here, that's the exact same mindset that y'all have with the R. Kellys of the world. That's the same mindset that allowed for R. Kelly to get away with pissing on a 14-year-old girl in the video being on VHS tape going viral in the fucking hood in 2001. All on Napster and shit. I'm listening to this girl's book, y'all, and I am going to do a sit down with my members. Okay, y'all let me know if you a member and you would like that, if we just kind of sit and listen to the audio book together on live. And, I comment in between and all of that. But, we sit down and maybe cover like an hour or two of the book. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Because the book is really good. And I wanted to comment on this situation because I didn't know. Shout out to the diva. She pointed out a lot of people in the comments, saying weird ass shit about, how she knew what she wanted. She kept going back. All of y'all are creeps. You can't be serious. How do you skip past the parents who allowed this? To hold an aunt more accountable than her own parents is wild. And this is the thing. This is why I wanted to come and talk to y'all, because y'all often bring up this thing about the parents. And I want to tell y'all that y'all are absolutely right. But I also want y'all to recognize that y'all, every person that says this shit, y'all are the parents. Y'all are the parents. The parents that would sell their children in these situations and ignore like R. Kelly's issue, like to ignore who R. Kelly is in the situation as the perpetrator and to put the blame on the parents. The mindset that y'all have to shift blame from him to the parents, that mentality is exactly the same mentality that the parents had. There is a clip in the audio book. Let me see if I can find it and play it for y'all right quick. Maybe I didn't, it's on my other phone, y'all. I can't. I'm gonna have to say that for my members. But I'll tell y'all what they said. In the clip, Rashana is basically presenting this moment to us where she is a child and she's hearing the way her family members, including Sparkle and her parents, are talking about R. Kelly. And the way they talk about him is the same way Black people have always talked about Black people they want to protect. Oh, well, I don't know nothing about it. He nice to us. He's good to us. And everybody just hating because of who he is. And everybody want a piece of the pie. And they just mad that we're connected to him. Them little girls is fast. When the truth of the matter, y'all, Sparkle is more accountable to me than the parents. If you actually listen to the book, that's how you find out that Sparkle is more culpable than the parents. In a way of, if they're with you, I trust my child with you. And because I had older cousins that I was always with, that I was soaking up life from too. They wasn't telling me about them fucking men. They wasn't telling me about that. I might have known they had boyfriends and all of that. I might have known about their relationship issues, but they did not talk to me about sex. My cousins did not talk to me about how to prepare myself for sex. That was not conversations that they were having with me. That's the type of conversations that Sparkle was having with Rashana. I think Sparkle at some point was being groomed by Robert. And I'm telling y'all what's happening in my imagination as I'm listening to this book. Robert tells Sparkle he should bring the niece around. Sparkle understands that Robert kind of likes the niece. She's also fucking with Robert. So there's a level of manipulation that's happening. I'm going to bring my niece around, but it's only like for eye candy. It's only for him to see her, be around her, but not to actually touch her. Right? Then along the way, she starts to notice Robert doesn't care as much about her. Robert cares more about Rashana. And so then she starts to have a competitive relationship with her little niece, her little cousin, whatever. Because to me, now that I've read part of the book, the first 2 chapters, I don't believe that Sparkle told on R. Kelly just because he was doing something to her niece. I think she told on R. Kelly because R. Kelly got pissed off with her and ruined her career. And the catchback to Robert ruining her career was to call CPS on him about her little cousin, her little niece. But she used her. And then she started to compete with her. The parents, the mama included, everybody, all they can see is that he's famous and he makes these amazing songs and he's helping all of these people. And one conversation, one studio session with him could blow up your life. And now we're famous. Now we're rich. This is a family of entertainers. That's another thing. But y'all often ignore the fact that Robert has a system set up. Robert is talking on the phone with a child, caking on the fucking phone with a child, then eventually introduces her to phone sex, then eventually guilts her into having sex with him, sex she didn't really want to have. But often our bodies betray us because the adults know the things that turn on the human body and a child does not. So the adult does things to the child to awaken the feeling. Adulterating, fucking up their first experiences in such a way. People are not talking about this situation in an honest, real way, and it's bothering me. There are some of y'all that are upset, not y'all, but them, in the comments. She has every right to tell her story whenever the fuck she wants to tell it. And if you don't want to be remembered as a pedophile, don't be one. Period. I'm gonna give my my members. We're gonna sit down and listen to that book, okay? Tomorrow, all right. Let's move on. Let's lighten it up before we go dark again. Let's lighten it up before we go dark again, girl. It's so much going on. First of all, let me see if I can start from the beginning with this shit. Because apparently Glorilla's sister have been on the internet putting her on blast today, y'all. Yesterday and today. Hold up, let me go inside. I want to make sure I'm at the first one. Where is it at? Okay, I think this was the first one that I saved. Make sure y'all like the video. You know what I'm saying? I blocked whoever that was spamming my comments. Don't spam my comments, weird ass people. Okay? Yeah, look. So somebody that's a part of that, we hate black women thing. Get the fuck out of here. You see a black woman on the thumbnail. What are you here for, weirdo? Anyway, let's get into Glow's sister. Okay, y'all, they look just alike. Okay? They look just alike. Like, there's no way you could ever say this wasn't your sister.
Y'all man, I'm talking about y'all favorite rapper. Y'all favorite rapper ain't shit, and I'm getting tired of it. Y'all mad. Fuck, y'all talking about some she ain't obligated. How the fuck she ain't obligated when she want to sit here and all them interviews and talk about the struggles we been through and they reach back and help none of us out, but got her friends around and shit. And my mama still working at FedEx. Y'all better get the fuck out of my face. Y'all man, I'm talking about y'all favorite rapper.
And our parents are not straight. Our dad just borrowed $100 from our mom. Y'all think y'all know shit, but don't. I had to give my mom $1,800 on a $2,400 rent because y'all favorite rapper blocked her. I'm tired of being quiet. Okay, so that's what she said. These people family. Let's read on. What this one say? Glorilla's sister, Scarface Woods, claim not Scarface, bitch. I cannot. The studs are just so hostile. Scarface, bitch. Y'all got, you know what I'm saying? Gotta have a rough name. You know, gotta be brutal, bitch. Okay. She said Scarface Woods went on social media claiming she's been estranged from her sister Glorilla since her rise to fame. She says they share the same parents and grew up with 10 siblings. but alleges she received no acknowledgement since Glo's success. She also claims their mother is still working at FedEx despite Glo being a millionaire, and says she personally had to give her mom $1,800 towards her $2,400 rent after allegedly being blocked. Scarface Woods says the family still lives in Memphis and pushed back on the idea that they're being protected, adding that she's tired of staying quiet and hinted she may go live to say more, where apparently she did. She did. Here it goes. Let's listen to an angry stud screaming to her phone.
Fuck. Oh, we used to have days when we wasn't eating.
I believe you.
But motherfucker ain't obligated. But you want to get on interviews and talk about the struggle. You want to talk about the struggle. But yeah, ain't one of us shining, fool. Ain't one of us shining. You got everybody else in this whole, you giving money out, you bringing motherfuckers back around, you didn't cross you badly, because Sanchez watch you get your ass beat. Oh God, watch you get your ass stomped. And I remember when CLIQUE did this shit. She watched you, and you brought her back around, and she went live about you, and you brought her back around. She on the stage with you.
Bitch, your friend beat your ass. Your friend beat your ass.
How the fuck is that fair? What can live with that?
Life ain't fair. Life ain't fair, friend. Life ain't fair.
The CLIQUE that brought her. Yup. CLIQUE Gavan. Yeah, good Gavan. CLIQUE Gavan. CLIQUE Gavan. But you got Sanchez back around you. Like, bro, you know, just saying no motherfucker talking about some hate shit, bro. It's been 4 motherfucking years, bro. It's been 4 years. Then I'm just seeing motherfuckers like, no, bro, then mama sitting here in this whole struggle. Y'all thought she bought a house. She did not buy my mama no motherfucking house. Stop lying. She did not. She bought my daddy a house with his trick ass. And then he got the smallest house on the block. Fuck. Talking about she retired. That man retired on his own time, and she didn't retire shit. On God. Fuck. And now y'all know what Gloss did, how did she got, man, so look, all of us been struggling.
Right?
We was homeschooled.
Homeschooled? Homeschooled? What the fuck going on in y'all household? Why would y'all be 10 motherfuckers? Why would y'all be homeschooled?
All of us staying in the same house, 3 through 7, they darn right homeschool, could not come out the fence. We could not come out the fence, bro.
Y'all couldn't come out the fence? Oh my God, sounds like terrible parents.
You remember?
You remember.
You remember, right?
You remember.
We could come out the fence. I used to sneak this sand up inside the motherfucking house. When all of us, when we got adult, we became adults. We was like stupid to the street life. We was stupid to like common sense. Because we was like segregated. We was in the house. My mama used to tell us, it's 10 of y'all better be each other's best friend. Oh God. Situation had came about where we ended up going to school because my mama used to beat the shit out of us. And you ain't finna beat the shit out of me while I'm hungry. So I'm finna call DCS on your ass.
So the mama was abusive.
That's exactly what happened. When she talk about the 5th child, I'm the 5th child because I'm always been the outspoken one.
So you smack dab in the middle of 10 motherfuckers. My God, on today.
I was hungry, and you not finna whoop me for being hungry.
Oh yeah, I don't like y'all mama. I don't like y'all daddy neither. I don't like y'all parents. Continue.
Fuck. She used to beat the shit out of us. Oh God. So when she did all that shit, I called DCS. Yes, I called DCS.
Good for you.
I called DCS on our mother.
Good for you.
I got tired again. Inside the
Y'all man, I'm talking about y'all favorite
motherfucking house. When all of us, when we got adult, we became adults. We was like stupid to the street.
rapper. Y'all favorite rapper ain't shit, and I'm getting tired of it. Y'all mad. Fuck. Y'all talking about some she ain't obligated. How the fuck she ain't obligated when she want to sit here and all them interviews and talk about the struggles we been through and then reach back and help none of us out, but got her friends around and shit. And my mama still working at FedEx. Y'all better get the fuck out of my face.
Man, fuck that lady. Girl, fuck that lady.
Hey.
Fuck that lady.
Hey, everybody. So we celebrate my dad for his return. 29 years at the post office.
That nigga look old as fuck. How old is your mama? How old is your mama? How old is your daddy? Cause your daddy look too old to be your daddy. That look like that nigga old enough to be your grandfather. How old is your mama? Let me look up a picture of Glorilla's parents, y'all. Let me look up a picture of these people, okay? Hold up. Cause this is a family story right here. Okay, hold up. Glorilla, mama, and daddy. Let's see if anything comes up. Seem like the daddy is the only one she show love to. I don't see no pictures of the mama. Yeah, we see the daddy. That's where they got them eyes and that nose from that daddy. How old is Glorilla's daddy? This nigga look like he in his 70s. And Glorilla is in her 20s. So that means he would have had her when he was, what, in his 40s or his 50s? 10 kids? Where's the mama? Yeah, she always with her daddy. Where's the damn mama? I want to know what the mama look like. Scarface, post a picture of y'all mama so I can see what she look like. Hold up. They ain't got no old pictures of Glow with her. Y'all, there are no pictures of Glow's mama on the internet. Glow do not like her mama. Let me see. Hold up. Hold up. I don't know who that is. I don't know if that, because I don't know. That don't look, I don't know. One picture. Y'all, why they got Wendy Raquel Robinson up here? That's fucking funny. Yeah, to me it sounds like y'all mama was a terrible human being. I also question y'all father because he looked like an old nigga. He looked like an old nigga, y'all. I couldn't find no pictures of her mama. But this is another reason why you can't be a girl's girl when you don't. And when I say a girl's girl, I mean like the relationship with she and Megan. This is why you tend to not be a good friend to other women because your mama was your first op, right? Your mama beating your ass because y'all hungry. That's crazy. So the sister told us everything we needed to know about why you not helping your mama because you don't like that lady. Let me hear what she's saying.
One of my kids to pop. But your parents, do they still work and all that?
My dad still be working, but I be begging him to retire, but
Yeah.
he just don't want to. Like he got it set. Like, no, I gotta reach my 30-year mark. Like,
Yeah. I would love for one of my kids to pop. But your parents, do they still work and all that?
my dad still be working, but I be begging him to retire. But
Yeah.
he just me. I'm super big on God, and so like my mama, she be like, "What can I do for you?" Like, cause I pay my mom bills, I pay my parents bills. What can I do to help you? I be like, just pray for me, like, and keep me in your prayers.
Right.
And I just feel like that's gonna always longer. I got God on my side, so. Shit can seem slow at one point,
Right.
but like they say, he may not come when you want him, but he gonna always be there. So I just feel like long as I'm staying prayed up and I'm actually doing the work and I'm actually speaking what I want into existence and actually going for it, it's nothing that can stop me. I'm
All right. Yeah, so I'ma just say, seem like an old ass daddy with a mama that might have been a little younger. I don't know, because when you put 10 kids on a woman, yeah, that's definitely you trying to make sure that lady don't leave the house and that she don't go nowhere. That seems like enslavement. To put 10 babies in a lady.
Just don't want
Okay. Her parents are so they're both in their late 60s. Okay, so they're both the same age. However, that still feels like slavery to put 10 kids on a woman. And I'm older than Glow, which means that your people either the same age as mine. There was birth control. There's no reason for you to have 10 kids. Okay? That's giving religious, right? Y'all homeschooled, y'all hungry, y'all mama beating y'all ass. Y'all really, yeah, that's giving prime, I done fucked up my kids culmination right now. I'm sure her sister is feeling a way. Like, y'all, let's be fucking for real. If we was all starving and struggling together and you get on and now you meeting with Beyonce and them and you got money and you don't help nobody but our abusive ass daddy, I would probably feel away too. That's what I'm saying. Like, my grandmother had 11 children. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother had 8 children. My grandmother had 8, not 11. But I'm just saying, like, you would hear about people's grandmothers. People's grandmothers that was born in the 20s and the 30s didn't have birth control. If your people was born after the 50s, they had access to birth control at some point. Ain't no fucking way you out here having 10 kids and you can't feed them and they hungry. You feel bad because you done had 10 kids you can't afford to take care of and you beat them because they hungry. Fuck that lady. But I also feel like if it's fuck that lady, it need to be fuck that man too, because he was in the house with y'all and y'all was still hungry and he let her beat on you. That's how that happened. The passive parent always get looked at like they the good parent when really they allowed the abuse to take place just as much as the parent that was actually abusing your ass. But anyway, y'all, I mean, I see that the girl is upset. I definitely can see her being mad. Like, times is hard right now. I'm not saying that Glo has to take care of her family. I'm not saying that. However, I am saying I get it. And I feel like it's weird when everybody act like they would not get it. Like, if you had somebody that close to you that has that amount of money and you still struggling, it would feel like, damn, like I'm this close to somebody that has everything. And I'm sure, that girl ain't got everything, but in their minds. But also I understand what it is to be Glo. I don't have enough fucking money to be giving y'all money. Y'all are like endless pits because y'all not doing nothing to get out of y'all situations, because it's hard to get out of poverty, because poverty is a thing that's intentional. Y'all do know that, right? Them not paying people, them overworking people. This means that everybody is going to stay poor. And then every now and again, somebody can shoot out and make it, but they're not making enough to cover their whole community and their whole life. So I get it. I understand Glo not wanting to give because fuck them people. But I also understand being so close to somebody that got it and not having it, and what that might feel like to see them on social media shining and to be like, bitch, I'm your sister and I'm out here struggling, working at the fucking FedEx, about to die under a packaging, under a package. And, whatever. I get it. I do get it. But I also feel like nobody's entitled to anything. Nobody's entitled to anything. You're not entitled to Glo's money. You know what I'm saying? And it seems as if y'all might have been raised to not be good to each other. That's just what it seemed like to me. If y'all are all hungry, it's 10 of y'all, and y'all always in the house together, I wouldn't want to be around you motherfuckers neither once I got grown. Y'all be trying to force kids to have relationships and bonds when really you forcing them to be together in the house together all the time, and you think they're going to always get along. They couldn't even leave off the porch. Yeah, y'all done fucked them kids up. I'm sorry. Glo's parents fucked her all the way up. And if that lady don't want to get them people no money, I can't really be upset about her, not wanting to give to them. Y'all play too much. Why y'all put that AI in D? Oh my God. Y'all so wrong. Put that girl in that FedEx, AI FedEx uniform. Okay? Y'all wrong for that. Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right. Hold up. She not done. There's more.
Now, where the fuck that date at? My mama don't even text like that. Our mama don't text like that. Where the fuck that date at? You mad because you got exposed and everything coming to light. She still working at FedEx. A manager just inboxed me. Appreciate that, manager. Take care of my mama while you there. She go to work from 3 to 5 or 3 to 6. Stop lying. Now, where the fuck that date at? And shit, bitch. Then she gonna put FedEx on there, bitch. That's where our mama work, bitch. Okay, y'all. Here you go, right motherfucking here. These niggas robbed me. It was 4 of them. They beat the shit out of me. Dragged me on the side of a house. I'm talking about I'm walking. I'm in the jump walking. These folks has come behind me before I can even put my hand in my motherfucking, they just clucked me upside the head with a motherfucking AK. Here you go, right here, on God. And I showed the fuck did press charges, bitch.
On February 4th, 2024, at approximately 7 p.m., officers responded to a robbery in the block of 2700 block of Carnes Avenue. Officers were advised that the victim was walking in the area when she was approached by a male. The male pointed an unknown firearm at her head and took her wallet. The male was accompanied by 3 additional males. No arrests have been made. This is an ongoing investigation. The photos of the suspects are attached. It's fucked up.
Because what? Because what?
Oh shit. Is it because they know who you are?
And shit, bitch. 3 additional males. How I got robbed because of you, bitch. You want to sit here on Facebook and play and laugh and shit, ho? That shit was, when was that? Yeah, February 2024. These 3 junky ass bitches. And it was 4 of them. He just ain't on camera. He the most junkiest right here. I showed the fuck did press charges on you, bitch. And he eating a motherfucking.
I don't know if she's insinuating that Glow set it up, more so of they think I got money because you my sister.
And airhead with his junk ass. He the one who had punched me in my motherfucking face. And he just a little ass baby, don't know what the fuck he doing, just giving it out. Oh God. But ho, you want to sit here and laugh about shit when ho motherfuckers comes and recognize me as being your motherfucking sister, but I'm getting robbed because of the shit. But you want to think some shit funny. I just told y'all, man, 4 niggas.
Her sister is a liar and a criminal anyway. I believe you. Like I said, they abused them children to the point that I don't expect any of these siblings to like be telling the truth, to care about each other, to care about themselves. Yeah, I'm not gonna think that y'all raise these kids to do anything but be abusive to each other and themselves under circumstances like that. House arrest, homeschool, 10 kids, we starving, mama abusive.
4 niggas robbed me coming out the store. Grab me by my hoodie, you know I got a neck. Grab me by my motherfucking hoodie, twisted that hoe, dragged me on the side of the house and beat the shit out of me. And the old lady came outside and stopped them. They damn near could have killed me.
Always a black woman.
But you want to laugh and shit and be funny. Oh, that shit ain't funny, bitch. I don't find that shit funny at all. Then you talking about Indeed. I got a neck. I know it ain't gonna be me no more. It probably never was gonna be me. Y'all want me to sit here in silence? Everywhere I go. Oh, you look like Lo. Oh, you sound like her. You even laugh like her.
Yeah, that gotta be aggravating as fuck.
I'm talking about, you know how embarrassing it is to be at the club, mother. That's Glossa, that Glossa. And I walk outside to a Malibu, bitch. Y'all don't know how embarrassing that is. Like I sit here and fly. It's like, yeah, this is my other car. You know what I'm saying? The other one in the garage and Cordova and yeah. Fuck.
Bitch, you gotta get it out the mud. You gotta get it on your own. You funny. Sound like somebody need to get their ass on stage and start talking about their life. That's what that sound like. Even the cadence of your voice. That bitch need to go be a comedian. Stop living life raw. If you've lived life raw enough, if you got enough stories, start writing that fucking comedy routine, bitch. Get your ass on stage and get it out the mud. Get it for yourself. That's what it sounds like you need to do to me.
Do you know how this shit feel? Them folks said, bitch, you have my whole face.
Y'all do have each other face.
But see, y'all ain't understanding this shit. Her success is our success, bitch. Whether y'all like it or not. But she want to act like it's not. So now, Gloria, you pushed me to this shit. Y'all talking about why you bring this shit on the internet. How long have it been? How long have it been? I know it ain't long have it been.
How long have it been?
4 years, right? When is this bitch? She probably gonna sacrifice me.
Look this way, bitch. I told you don't go live.
I told you not to do this shit neither, but shit, you probably already is sacrificing.
I mean, hit Illuminati up. Yeah, Illuminati. Yeah, the bitch still in Memphis. It ain't hard to find her. She look just like me. She probably gonna sacrifice my ass. I ain't gonna lie.
She gonna call your guy.
You not young. You not young enough to be sacrificed for Glow, bruh. Okay? They sacrifice children. Okay? It is giving a little bit of entitlement, but I also feel like on a real level, that probably is aggravating y'all to walk around and people always like, bitch, you look just like Glow. Has anybody ever told you you look just like Glorilla? Yeah, bro. Yeah, I know. I look like that bitch. I ain't got no money though.
How long have it been?
How long has it been?
4 years, right?
How long has it been?
Shit crazy how a motherfucker get some little money in that pocket. And let's not forget, bitch, we had a cousin with you and you booted her out the group because you claimed some money came up missing. But I think it's just you don't want family with you.
Nah, y'all hold still. Y'all hold still. I believe y'all stole.
Let's talk about it.
That's why she ain't got y'all with her right now. Leave y'all at the crib, come back, all her shit gone. She already had y'all at the house and she got robbed. Oh yeah. No, y'all can't come up around here no more.
Yakia, our cousin that was with you, you booted out the group, claiming that she stole some money from you. You claim she did this shit, bro. But y'all want to talk about me. I wasn't even finna go live no more. I was just finna do interviews on the sorry ass bitch. I wasn't finna go live no more. That's all I finna do was a couple of pieces of interviews.
Of pieces.
That's all. But now all of a sudden, why she won't speak? It's been 4 years, bro.
She'll probably be over there. She'll probably be over there on Tasha K next week. She'll probably be up there on Tasha K next week. Gia's sister, I'm sure it meant Glow's sister said, where's the dates on those texts? That then she went live to spill more tea. So basically, I guess Glow must have posted some shit. Like, bitch, I helped you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. So so basically, she did something at some point. She's just not about to keep helping y'all all the time.
Oh, that mean you watching, bitch. That mean you watching, hoe. Fuck. You just mad because all that shit getting out. You better stop fucking paying me if I call CLIQUE on your stupid ass. The one that stomped you with them Timberlands, bitch. Stop playing with me, ho. Oh, God. I know you got in 3-4 fights with her and still lost. So, bitch, that yeah, Sanchez sat there and watch you, bitch. Let's talk about it.
Oh, Lord, y'all. Y'all gotta be good to your family. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to my family. They ain't never got on the internet and embarrassed me. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. I just want y'all to know if y'all watching me right now, because I know sometimes y'all watch me and y'all don't say nothing. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all ain't never came out here and embarrassed me. I ain't Glorilla rich or nothing like that. But I swear for God, you get a little bit of fame and people will absolutely be trying to interview your family members about your life. Okay? Y'all so stupid, y'all. Why they said Gloria, she posted, this is Glow's page. If I send you this, just know I can't help you. Y'all, that is so fucking
Now, where the fuck that date at?
Where's the date from these messages? That's true. That's weird. Where the date at? Where the date at? Anybody that agree with Glorilla, I can't fuck with you. So Glow not wrong, but finesse was. Y'all be dick riding.
Y'all man, I'm talking about y'all favorite rapper.
Listen, I don't think I have the same opinion about everybody when it comes to celebrities and they poor family members that, you know, see them as some endless well of money to keep siphoning from so they don't have to do, you know, anything to get their own life out of dire straits. Okay? But anyway, let's move on, y'all. Just a little quick on some political shit right quick, right fast. Okay? So first of all, one of my favorite brands, okay? Everybody always disappoints you. Nike under fire as white employees allege discrimination. Feds ramp up investigation. How are white people being discriminated against? Let me read. The federal government is intensifying its scrutiny of Nike and claims that white workers were unfairly treated because of their race. On Wednesday, the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission asked a Missouri federal court to force Nike to comply with a subpoena tied to an investigation into alleged discrimination against white employees. The agency argues the company failed to fully turn over documents corrected to hiring, layoffs, training programs, and diversity initiatives so they can still be my faves. Okay. EEOC chair Andrea Lucas alleges Nike has engaged in a pattern of practice of disparate treatment against white employees since at least 2020. Oh my God. You mean to tell me white people have been being discriminated against at Nike? Oh my God. I'm going to go buy some tennis shoes this weekend. Including the use of what the agency describes as race-based workforce representation quotas. Meaning that y'all have to have a certain level of black people because guess who's buying the fucking tennis shoes, bitch? Nike pushed back, calling the move a surprising and unusual escalation and said it is acted in good faith. We have shared thousands of pages of information, the company stated, adding it continues to cooperate. The dispute unfolds as Donald Trump openly targets DEI policies he claims disadvantage white workers. So anybody the government is attacking right now, we're low-key fucking with them. Okay, so shout out to Nike. What? Okay, go buy some Nike shit. I got a Nike sweater. I cleaned out my closet last weekend, and Lyric was like, "You still got this?" I was like, "Yeah, nigga," and I'm not throwing it away. It's a fly ass black Nike sweatshirt with like Nike written in silver all over the place. Girl, if I can fit it, I'm still wearing it. It was high quality. Okay, listen, I can appreciate that Nike said we know where our bread's buttered, bitch. Speaking of more racism from the Trump administration, kind of being masqueraded as reverse racism when we know there isn't a thing, the Puerto Rican superstar is set to headline the Super Bowl. What the hell is LX, y'all? Tell me. I forget after a certain amount. What is the L? What is the L, y'all? Is that the fit? Girl, what is that? I don't know. I don't know the number. I'm sorry. Whatever. The Super Bowl for 2026 halftime show this weekend, February 8th. While most details about Bad Bunny's performance remain under wraps, it's widely speculated that the entire set will be performed entirely in Spanish. Fresh off of a 3-win Grammy run, Bad Bunny is scheduled to discuss the show on Thursday, February 5th, during an Apple Music interview in San Francisco with host Zane Lowe and Ebro Darden, giving fans an early glimpse of what's to come. Basically, they saying that Bad Bunny is going to be speaking only in Spanish, and Cardi B is probably going to come out. Which, if Cardi B comes out, this will then mean that Stefan Diggs is feeling a little hint of a way about the fact that she's also going to be on the field for the Super Bowl. Because y'all remember when we talked about him yesterday and he was like, I mean, she not going to be on the field. She in a box. Sounds like she's going to be on the field. Sounds like she's going to be on the field. Okay, Cardi B favored to make surprise appearance. She's not performing. Okay, so y'all know for a fact that she's not performing? They're saying that they might bring her out. It would make sense. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and find out if they bring her out. Okay? I would want to see her. I would want to see, because I feel like if she came out, then it would also be like, you know, us getting a glimpse of what her stage show is going to be for the concert. I saw her SNL. She did heavily, you know, have a track the entire time. But, you know, that doesn't, you know, she's trying to dance and all of that. She out of breath. We'll see how it all plays out, okay? I did not like the outfit she wore for her second performance for SNL. I was like, girl, what is that? I don't like it. It's too all over the place. I didn't like it. But I hope they go all Spanish, okay? I will have my subtitles on in English. and I will be down there listening. Y'all know I grew up listening to Selena and Mark Anthony and you know, and listening to the Spanish versions of the songs on J-Lo's album. You know what I'm saying? I like Hector Lavoe in them, okay? So I grew up watching Dance With Me with Vanessa Williams and all of that. I love this, you know, all of the Spanish speaking music, girl, okay? I like it. I'm here for it, okay? I don't need to always understand. I know what certain words mean. I know when they say love, when they say heart, okay? I know what amor prohibido means, forbidden love, bitch. I know what come on la flor means, like a flower. I can figure it out. Listen, I like Celia Cruz. All right, Latino Patti LaBelle. Listen, I'm here for it. Okay, I also think that Bad Bunny is adorable. I'm not even gonna front on y'all. I was watching him during the Grammys. Bad Bunny is adorable. He just is. Okay. So it seems as if y'all stupid ass president decided to do something regarding Minnesota. Donald Trump moved to ease mounting backlash Wednesday by announcing he had personally ordered hundreds of federal agents to leave Minnesota following a controversial immigration crackdown. In an interview with NBC, Donald Trump said he directed 700 law enforcement officers to withdraw from the state, while stressing the immigration enforcement would remain firm. The administration could use a softer touch, he said, even though, as he insisted, the effort would stay tough. And as long as y'all stay with y'all foot on our necks, we will keep fighting back. We will keep fighting back. We can keep going at this, okay? But no, I'm not going to be quiet. I'm not going to get up here and act like this shit is not going on. I don't like any of it. I think it's wrong. I think it's unconstitutional what's happening. I don't care who is down with black people, who not down with black people. I don't give a fuck. This shit is wrong. This shit is wrong. Now, I'm not going to be out there on the streets because I did my time, but I will be up here saying what the fuck I said, okay? Get them people the fuck out of there. And in a few years, not even in a few years, I want to see arrests. I want to see arrests. I want a website of all of the ICE agents. I want a history of their arrests and the things they've been accused of. And I want them people to be running for their fucking life at some point. The same way they got everybody running for their life in the streets. I want y'all to be running for y'all life, just how when the Holocaust was over and y'all was running to America trying to hide that y'all was, evil, Nazis and shit. Yeah. We crack down. We abolish all of this. I'm tired of all of this shit. Get rid of it. Now, white people's news. Today, anchor Savannah Guthrie's brother-in-law may be a prime suspect in missing mother case. My God, on Today, we talked about this yesterday. I had no idea what was going on in white people world. In a dramatic turn in the disappearance of Today Show anchor Savannah Guthrie's 84-year-old mother, Nancy Guthrie, a report has circulated that her brother-in-law, Tommaso Cioni, is the prime suspect in this case, according to journalist Ashley Banfield. Banfield's reporting, which allegedly is backed by a law enforcement source, says Cioni, who is married to Savannah's sister, Annie, was among the last known people to see Nancy before she went missing. And that detectives have reportedly seized a vehicle connected to him and his wife. Banfield continued, I can tell you that Nancy had cameras, plural, at this home and they were smashed. And added, again, my law enforcement source tells me that Nancy Guthrie's son-in-law, married to Annie Guthrie, Savannah's sister, is maybe a prime suspect. Authorities believe Nancy was taken from her home late Saturday. Family became worried when she failed to show up for her usual Sunday church service. So it might have been Savannah's brother-in-law. Let's see what Savannah said. Where's the clip of Savannah? Where's Savannah, y'all? Here you go.
On behalf of our family, we want to thank all of you for the prayers for our beloved mom, Nancy. We feel them, and we continue to believe that she feels them too. Our mom is a kind, faithful, loyal, fiercely loving woman of goodness and light. Continue to believe. We too have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. As a family, we are doing everything that we can. We are ready to talk. We too, however, We live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated. We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive. However, and that you have her. We want to hear from you, and we are ready to listen. Please reach out to us. Mommy, if you are hearing this, you are a strong woman. You are God's precious daughter, Nancy. We believe and know that even in this valley, He is with you. Everyone is looking for you, Mommy, everywhere. We will not rest. Your children will not rest, even until we are together again. We speak to you every moment, and we pray without ceasing, and we rejoice in advance for the day that we hold you in our arms again. We love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom.
We love you, Mom. Stay strong.
We love you, Mom. We love you.
Yeah. This low key, if it's true that it is the brother-in-law, it is giving let's use our mom for, money to get from our sister. That could be the situation. And then that will remind me of the Glorilla situation, child. Don't give Scarface any ideas. Okay. okay. But I don't know, y'all. I am sure that there are white people that have loving families, but I don't trust them a lot of the times. I just don't. I a lot of times feel like, were y'all loving, or were y'all abusive to y'all kids, or were y'all emotionally disassociating from y'all's kids? Because let's not forget, like, white people in this country as a whole only became responsible for their children personally within like the past 50 to 60 years. Have they become responsible for their own children? And prior to that, a lot of the times we're not raising their own children. And so sometimes I feel like, as much as like, white women like to have their motherly thing, are you really? Because y'all focus on image more than anything. So I don't trust people just because they say shit. And at the end, where the two siblings were saying, yeah, we love you, Mom, stay strong, I was just like, do y'all really like this lady? Do y'all really like this lady? Then also, church goodness, it gives MAGA, okay? You can't be a white supremacist and be a good person. I know they want y'all to think that white supremacists are good to their kids, but they usually are not, because what it takes to be that type of person means you're probably a bad person. And so you probably are abusive or fucked up to your kids in some type of way when you are racist. Like the Karens are acting a fool whenever they go somewhere because their own fucking kids hate them. Like, I don't know if y'all know this about white ladies, but people in general, like, their own kids don't be liking them. Like, so yeah, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm keeping my eye on this story because it's weird and I don't know what's going on, but I don't believe nothing nobody tell me these days. Okay. I just don't, girl. All right. With that being said, can we move on to Channing Crowder? Because Channing Crowder is always saying something to let us know that nobody should have ever gave that nigga a microphone. And not because we don't want these niggas to tell on themselves, but just because we've heard enough. I think we've heard enough from Channing Chowder. I don't need to hear anything else from Mr. Clam Chowder. I don't need to hear anything else from him. But y'all keep putting him up here. So let's listen. Terrence Crawford declines to laugh after Channing Crowder says he'd sell his soul for $100 million. Now we know your character. I don't know who Terrence Crawford is, but I feel like he's a nigga I should look into.
My thought is everything has a price. There is not a number that can get you back in that ring. 80 million, 100 million.
Nah, because now you selling your soul.
$100 million, you can have my soul.
That's you. Now we know your character. So
We been knew his character because as a woman, we hear the things that Channing Crowder says, right? So we know that he don't care nothing about himself. That usually, and I tell y'all this all the time, self-hating black men that show up like this, they hate black women, they scream and holler about how terrible black women are. They usually do not love themselves. They act like they love themselves because they're very like self-centered, but they don't. They don't like themselves. They don't love themselves. They don't respect themselves. Y'all, I had this conversation with my family one time. You wouldn't take money if Trump was offering it? No, bitch. No. I had to say, I was like, absolutely not. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with everybody. Girl, I'm not struggling that hard. Like, I'm just saying, y'all, like, I get it. You know, I get paid from Google. I have no room to to judge anybody. But I'm just saying, like, if you actually came up to me and was like, oh, you know, you take it, would you do this for that? No, I'm not doing anything that I don't want to do for money. I'm not doing anything that I don't want to do for money. That has been my dream. That is what I have cultivated for myself, is the ability to walk away from anything. And yes, I would love, you know, having more or nicer or whatever, or being able to help more people or a cushier lifestyle. We all do. But yeah, no, my nigga, I'm sorry. At this point, I have found myself being happy just as I am right now. And if I can be happy with what I have right now, then I'm never going to sell myself out for more. That's just how I think. I know I'm different than a lot of other people. I'm cool with that. But yeah, I think it comes from a place of scarcity. If you feel like you have nothing, you're willing to sacrifice everything. And I feel like I always have. You know what I mean? But that's just me.
Sometimes, you know, you look at people and you be like, dang, man, you ain't got no dignity. You ain't got no morals. Like, come on, man. Like, what you gonna stand for if everything is about money?
My thought is everything.
Exactly. And that's the problem with our society right now. That's the problem specifically with the black community, is the fact that y'all put money above everything. So you have no integrity. Like, that is literally the issue. When you looking at Sexy Red, when you looking at all, you know what I mean? And I'm not just her, but any of the black musicians, 50 Cent, all of those people, that's because they put money above everything and all things. Because of that, they have no integrity. They can't be trusted. That's just what it is. Like, I'm not about to cry about it, but it's just what it is. Moving on, you guys. So, y'all, Maya Campbell has gotten herself healthy, thank God, and has been doing interviews. And I saw this clip, and I wanted to talk about it. So let's listen, because I haven't heard it, but I read the caption. Y'all know who Maya Campbell is, right? You know, 90s brown skin baddie.
Started to suffer from bipolar in the early 2000s. It only made me stronger in a way, because then I had to express that I was a survivor of this mental illness, and there is minority mental illness, and there is young girls that have complicated emotions and shit like that. Like, cause you see me at the gas station, you see me messing up my life with bad choices. I was in the element trying to prove to people that I was just like them, instead of be the leader that I was supposed to be and stand out on my own.
What's the journey been like with the sobriety?
It's one day at a time. I'm 6 days clean. No, I'm 6 years clean. Thank you. I was doing the most. I was getting lit. I was doing too much. I don't want to trigger anyone by saying what I was doing, because like I said, I want to be that leader that leaves that example, leaves that mark of example. But
you still got your influence. Somebody need to hear you say it. Somebody watching this.
But it wasn't. I was smoking more than weed. I was.
We know, girl. We saw you down to the gas station. We know that was crack or meth. Those are interchangeable to me. I know they're different, but crack and meth they have the same effect on the people. I think meth be having you looking way more fucked up, but it's the same, like, you know, space cadet shit that be going on. And yes, B.B. Campbell Moore, who was an author. I think I've read some of her, at least one of her books, or seen them. I feel like I used to see her books all the time back in the day.
I was doing too much. I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing, something that was given to me that I never should have fucked with. It wasn't a gift. It was something that misled me and left me in a delusional state. I forgot about the people that really love me, and
So somebody gave you a switch hit? Like somebody gave you some shit that you wasn't really fucking with? Because niggas do that. Niggas do that. Especially the women like Maya. That story from Never Die, is it Never Die Alone? The movie that DMX was in, and it was basically not an Iceberg Slim, the other guy, but a pimp. His collection of books turned into movies. And one of the stories was Reagan Gomez Preston's character was DMX's girlfriend that he met when she was in nursing school, and she was a waitress. Beautiful, right? Y'all know what Reagan Gomez Preston looked like. So y'all know it's the same thing as Maya Campbell. Beautiful, beautiful girl. Men hate you. Men hate you. Men hate you. And when men hate you, they lace your weed with crack, and then you become a crackhead.
It was like I was calling, trying to get me in a rehab.
Donald Goins, thank you so much. Thank you.
Rehab. He was trying to pay $60,000 a month to get me in a rehab. He was trying to call and get me back in LA. Family members and people around me, they just was like, nah, leave her. We got her. We'll take care of it. You know, they wanted to act like they really knew what I needed and knew the love that some people had for me. They wanted to match energy, compete. Like, nah, we love her. Fuck it. We'll take care of her. No, you won't. I just leave it up to God. I'm back in church now. I just had to leave it up to God. The fate of my mental state and my position and my career had to take the back burner to what was going to work for me emotionally on a regular basis, just to be a human being. I started to suffer from
She said that LL Cool J tried to help her, but her family didn't want him to help her. And that's why I'm like, you have to be so careful, because the people you think love you really don't want you to be doing any better than them. Your own parents will do it to you sometimes. I'm going to go look into more of what she's doing, but I'm so glad to see that she's healthy and she's doing well, and she's, gotten a better control of her life, because it always made us so sad. Like, I think collectively as Black people that grew up admiring Maya Campbell and her beauty, like, were really, really hurt by seeing her just out on the street like she was. All right, y'all. Let's move on. I did want to touch on this mess here going on. I don't know why Chaotic and Scrappy are back arguing with each other through the internet, but Chaotic was just walking through the city of Miami and talking about how, Scrappy don't have shit and the show is getting canceled. I didn't know Love and Hip Hop Atlanta was getting canceled. Let's listen.
Love and Hip Hop allegedly, let me put allegedly on that now. Allegedly, Love and Hip Hop is being canceled. Love and Hip Hop Miami, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, all Love and Hip Hops is allegedly being canceled, and it's over and done with. Entrepreneurs that's on the show, people like myself and others that know how to get money, we're gonna always get money and always stay rich and wealthy. But those that don't know how to get no money, I feel sorry for them. Those that don't know how to entertain and pick up these cameras and create content, I feel sorry for them. Lil Scrappy, I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for Lil Scrappy. Because guess what, y'all? Lil Scrappy ain't got that dog in him. Lil Scrappy don't know how to create no God, but you know what? God liable to bless Lil Scrappy with something else. Love and Hip Hop.
You know, they love to say stuff is ending because they're not a part of it. 5 minutes, man. They're not a part of it. They want to say that it's ending because it's not a part of it.
Don't do it. Please don't do it, Trump boy, Scrappy.
They're not getting any checks from it.
Is Sharon still coming to
feel me?
We haven't seen her yet.
Miami was canceled, but not Atlanta as far as I know.
You know, they love to say stuff is ending.
So yeah, that's how he look like he in the chair right now. They probably about to do green screen. I hope it's not canceled. I'm low key sad Miami. I'm not really sad Miami is being canceled. Y'all work on my nerves. Y'all need to go. But Atlanta, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm still there. I'm still there, girl. I can't always be at the top, okay? I can't always be in my higher space. And the lowest I'm going is love and hip hop, okay? I'm not going no lower than that because there are things lower than that. Y'all, yesterday we talked about NLE Choppa and Blueface, instead of fighting each other, wanting their children to fight. And my response to that was CPS needs to be called Policia. These niggas don't need to have children. I wish women and young girls would stop having babies with like psychopathic black men who you think are special because they're famous. I wish y'all would stop. They're psychopaths. They shouldn't be parents. You know, I don't know this for a fact, okay? It's my opinion. The niggas act like psychos, okay? They act unhinged. They act unwell. Me and Blue handling that FSFS. Last time we had words, he apologized for bringing my mom and stuff. I owe you the same respect. I apologize for what I said about your son, Blueface baby. From the heart, I text this message in private, but wanted to do the same publicly. Okay, so now y'all suck. Now after you did all of this crazy shit on the internet, now you apologizing. Don't nobody need no apology from you after you did all of that. I don't even want no fucking apology. I don't even understand why you want an apology. Like I said, niggas is psychopaths. We not about to be cool. Who would you think we about to be friends? Fuck out of here. Speaking of people that I can't stand, but I guess I'll cover this story. Cam.
And J. Cole are cool or was cool. This is exactly what happened. Being a man is keeping your word. And I know everybody's busy and everybody has things to do. But if I give you my word 4 or 5 times, I got to do it. So on his first project he did, I did an intro for him. I did the record for him for his intro. I told him I may need a verse whenever I get a project done. He said, cool. He had another project. I did a record in 20 minutes. I knocked that shit out and went off about my business. I need a verse. I'm exaggerating, but he's like the shock rain right now. And, you know, the moon got aligned with the stars. And, you know, when I write, I put my all into it. Okay, let's put your all into it then. You know what I'm saying? Give me that verse. They called me twice to do something, and I did it. One day you have 48 hours to do it. Then I knocked the other thing out as soon as I came to New York, because you ain't want to send me a record. You want to be in the studio with me. I knocked it out. Cool, you don't give me the record. Then I say, you know what? Forget the record. Let's do an interview. Bet I got you. I got a project. And J. Cole project coming out in June. Let's do it around there. Cool, June is coming. Oh, we pushed the album back. I don't want to just do an interview. All right, cool. Now we're going to do it in October. All right, I'll call you back in October. Yo, what's up? Oh, man, Killer, you say I tell you October, you call October, huh, nigga? Yeah, nigga. Yeah. So now this is when all the beef is going on with Kendrick Lamar. I can't do it now because I don't feel like talking about that right now. I say, look, I'll do the interview. I won't even bring that up. He says, nah, I can't do no interview and not talk about it. All right, well, when can I get the interview? Yo, February, definite. February, I'm dead ass on February. February come. Yo, what's up? Oh, shit. Yo, I'm still working, man. Project coming out in June.
To me, it sounds like when did Cam get his podcast? Can somebody tell me? Let me look it up. Cameron podcast, not videos. Oh, let me ask. Hold up. Start date. February 2023. Okay. So this is what I assume. What I assume is that when you just another one of the old niggas that rap, and I want to get you on, you know, a song because you one of the old niggas that rap and I liked you, right? Then over time, you start doing podcasts and running your mouth and saying certain shit that I don't align with. Now you coming back to me and you want me to come on your platform. And the truth of the matter is, I don't really want to fuck with you because I'm not on what you on now that you've been running your mouth. I don't know if that's the case, but it does to me feel like J. Cole is reneging because I'm not fucking with you no more. Like, at first, you was just the old nigga that rapped. Now, You an old nigga that used to rap that got a podcast and you run your mouth and you talk about certain things and you say certain things I don't align with. He may not even like y'all podcast and may not want to come on your podcast because what y'all low key stand for. Like, I feel like that's probably more so why he don't want to do it with you. And now I guess Cameron is discussing taking legal action because he feels like he's owed something. Really what I think is that you're mad that you showed up so quickly for him and it showed your eagerness to be on the young, the younger rappers shit. But when it came time for him to pay you back, now he running. And he don't want to give back what he said he was going to give back. I personally feel like Cameron is not a person that anybody can really trust. So when he talks about, a man of my word and all of that, you're not a man of your word either. And I'm sure there are a plethora of women that can say that you're not a man of your word. So often I feel like people ignore the way men move in real life, meaning the way they move with their family, their friends, and the women that they're in relationships with, their children. They can move grimy as fuck with those people, but they better not ever move grimy with some nigga that they handling business with, and then that means that they have integrity. Nah. If you a snake in your personal life, you a snake in your business life. That's just how it goes. So to me, Cameron, I don't feel bad for you because I feel like you a snaky ass dude. I actually feel like you probably one of the most grimiest dudes in hip hop, to be honest. But yeah, I think he don't want to fuck with you. That's what it feel like now. I think back then things were different. Now I don't want to fuck with you. And so I'm going to just keep saying I don't want to fuck with you or I don't have time to do it because I don't want to do it. Cole been running from a lot, rap beefs included. I don't even know whether he's running from it or whether you now recognize how toxic the rap community is and you want to make your music, but you don't want to be a part of the machine bullshit that they be on. Beefing, talking shit, like you get caught up. When he got involved with that Kendrick shit, I feel like he got caught up in something he wasn't really trying to be a part of. And that made him realize I need to take a step back because I need to be an artist that's being a true, real artist, not just engaging in shit for the sake of clout, right? Not just engaging in beef and my lower energy and shit because it's going to blow me up. I don't really want that energy towards me. That's what I feel like, is really going on. J. Cole was unfaithful to his wife for years. And you can't trust that nigga in business, obviously. That's what Cameron is saying. And I just kind of feel like there is no honor amongst thieves. There ain't no honor amongst any of you niggas as far as I'm concerned. But I definitely could see J. Cole looking at it and not wanting to fuck with Cam because of how Cam is now. I could see that. I don't know. I don't know if that's a fact. But what we have now is two grimy niggas that don't want to work with each other, if that's the case. Y'all say that Cole is always running, but I don't feel like Cole is running from anything. I think y'all don't recognize how the industry moves sometimes. When y'all say that, like he's not really running. I don't want to be involved in this shit anymore. I don't like how it feels anymore. I don't want to be involved in this shit anymore. Not like this. I think he has room to say that, y'all. Y'all know what I mean? So it may not be Cole be talking mad shit on his records. That's the place to do it. But don't act like something scary because let's not forget, J. Cole is the last person to put fucking hands on Diddy when everybody else be acting like a bitch. Let's not forget. Let's not forget. I think J. Cole used him to get people to listen to the project. Those records with Cam on it had articles written about it. Take that yellow bone to court. Here's the thing. If there was no actual agreement for real, if there was no actual agreement on paper or verbally that said, I'm going for a fact, if you do this for me, I'm going to do that for you. It was just a word. It wasn't no paperwork, which means you can't really sue him. And also, I want to know, did you get paid to do the record? Because you talking like you showed up and you was on the record and you didn't get paid. Did you get paid? Yeah, I don't blame yes, J. Cole slapped Diddy. That's a story that's been going around for years. That they got into it and he slapped Diddy. Y'all don't remember hearing about that? Girl, let me. Okay. Okay. Yes, J. Cole and Diddy were involved in a physical altercation at the 2013 MTV VMAs after party in New York City. The 2013 incident allegedly involved a heated confrontation where Diddy confronted Kendrick Lamar over his Control verse, leading to a scuffle involving their crews, which J. Cole confirmed in his 2021 song, Let Go My Hand. Reports indicate Diddy was intoxicated and angry about Kendrick Lamar's Control verse, specifically the line where he called himself the King of New York. Diddy allegedly attempted to approach or pour a drink on Kendrick Lamar, at which point J. Cole intervened. Accounts suggest a physical altercation ensued, with some reports mentioning a nasty scuffle or that a fight broke out between crews. J. Cole confirmed the fight years later in 2021 song Let Go My Hand, rapping, "My last scrap was with Puff Daddy. Who would have thought it?" Aftermath. Despite the initial tension, the situation was resolved and they later appeared to be on good terms, even joking about the incident, notes Complex. Yeah. So that happened. That happened, girl. All right. Let's move on. Because lastly, I think this is the last thing that I wanted to get into. The last thing that I wanted to get into was, oh wait, two more things, because I want to talk about these clips of Corey Holcomb that came up. But first, Kevin Gates at the Grammys this weekend.
All like the tension that's going on with ICE. How do you feel we as creators, artists, or people with platforms should be utilizing our
Be honest.
Be real.
Huh?
That's all you can be.
This what I do. This the best advice.
What's the best advice?
I mind the business that pays me. I get up in the morning, I pray, and I work out. Because the mental, the physical, and the spiritual is all one system. And if one thing's off, everything's off. So if I listen to negativity, it's still consumption. I'm still consuming it. And a lot of times we do things that's self-detrimental to us. Like when the last time you did something for the first time? You know, a lot of times we allow ourselves to become robotic in nature, like just listening and viewing negative stuff. You know, I ain't get stopped by ICE on the way over here. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't believe it's our responsibility to even get into all that? You believe everybody should?
You want me to be honest?
Be real.
I mind a business that paid me.
With all.
That's whole shit. That's whole shit. I think it's interesting that I mind the business that pays me. I don't know, like with the Native American with the you know, the fruits and the berries and the native shit that's in your hair right now, the feather that's in your hair and all of that, right? And I'm not saying that Kevin Gates needs to do anything, but what he said makes me want to respond with, that's some hoe shit. I never understand. Strongest of the black men, right? They're also, you know, I'm dying about mine and I'm rough and I'll do whatever and I ain't scared of shit. But somebody say, oh, okay, well, you know, they got this big issue going on in the States right now that's really affecting everybody. How do you feel about it? Man, I mind the business that pays me. Whole shit. Whole shit. Now, let's get into some other whole shit. Corey Holcomb being a PDF compilation. There is a compilation of this on TikTok, y'all. This is another reason why apparently I cannot leave TikTok, because only on TikTok do you find things like this. And they won't let me delete all my videos, and I don't have time to go through and delete every single video, y'all. They want you to go through and do it to every single. I can't just select all and archive or select all. I can't do none of that, y'all. So I'll be there until I decide to delete the whole thing. We'll see. Right now, I'm not even posting on there as much as I usually do. Follow me on Instagram though. But yes, let's get into a compilation, 5 parts of Corey Holcomb, I guess, informing us on his proclivity to fuck underage girls. This just recently came out. All
This
right.
past weekend, I saw this little girl. She had a Welch's grape juice bottle in her mouth. And she was about 5. She had the whole bottle, as far as it'll go, just sucking on it, walking with her mama. Somebody said, get that out her mouth. When they took it out her mouth, that baby said, You know when she stopped crying? When a man picked her up and put her in her lap and started bouncing with her. Then she stopped crying and was looking like this. I say, that's a whore. That's a little whore growing right there. And everybody will say, Corey, what are you talking about? Corey, you crazy. Get the fuck out of here. This little girl was in her bliss with her mouth wide open. She was just, it had the cap on it and everything. They took it out of her mouth.
I'm going to let this continue because I want to see how bad it's going to get. I love when these niggas tell on themselves. He's another one that's losing a whole bunch of opportunities right now. He was just online bitching and crying about it.
Then a man picked her up and started shaking her on his knee. And she was like, I said, that's a whore. That's a little whore. It's just Corey Holcomb crazy. I almost want to go back and ask about that little girl and do a documentary on her life. So one day I can show I know what I'm talking about. But in this society, I'm a bad guy.
Yeah, because that's what PDF files do. They misrepresent what children do in order to make the sexualization of the children seem appropriate. That's what PDF files do. That's what R. Kelly did to old girl in the book.
That ain't nothing no little girl do unless she has the urge to do things like that. She has the urge to be satisfied.
Because apparently you don't understand that bouncing is also like a soothing movement. It doesn't have anything to do with her nether regions, you sick fuck.
Nobody gonna pick Corey bad. Corey
You
bad.
are.
Everybody
You are.
you hear what Corey said?
Is this the same podcast that woman is sitting next to? I'm telling y'all, any woman that's sitting next to this man, I'm really about to start turning my attention towards y'all because y'all should be fucking ashamed of yourselves.
Girl took the bottle out of her mouth and he said she gonna be a whore. Yes.
I guess that's supposed to be funny to somebody.
Real quick, that happened to me.
And I just want to reference how many times comedians are trying to soften the blow about inappropriate relationships between adults and children, sexualizing children. Why are you joking about that? Do you want us as the public to become desensitized to adults having sexual relationships with children? Because that's what it feels like.
Yeah, one day I was living with this lady and her daughters crawled in the bed and I ain't have on shit. Yeah. I was up under the cover. Wow. And I was like, oh shit. And one of her daughters was like,
rest in peace.
Her daughter was, she was in high school. I think she was 15. Still not legal. You just can't tell your true thoughts. Her daughter was going to be thick like her mama. I know that much. Yeah. I knew her daughter was a bust down. She got pregnant like a year after I moved out. She was 16. I knew she was going to get pregnant, goddamn it, because she used to do shit. She used to do shit to let me know, damn, this little bitch is trying to get me in trouble. Her name was Tiffany.
Yeah, that woman, whoever that woman is, that bitch is gross. And I'm now looking, because what type of woman do you have to be to sit there while this man says stuff like this and laugh? Like, I would then be questioning, yeah, Darlene, girl, Ice-T's ex? Yeah, baby. I'm definitely questioning you. I'm definitely questioning if you're the type of woman like a Jelaine Maxwell type to bring young women to older men. Because Ice-T was a pimp.
Right. All of you kids.
Yeah, she has a documentary.
Kid picture. That's the best. I'm saying, you gotta watch motherfuckers around your kids.
Why are you making that face? You heard what the fuck he said?
Them niggas want some tight pussy real bad. Jesus. Can you get charged if you spoon a child?
Like, y'all be wanting jobs this bad? Y'all be wanting to work with these niggas this bad? Really? You can't find another way to make a living? You gotta be sitting next to a PDF file?
Get behind him, make him take all his clothes off, and you hug him like that.
I'm pretty sure. Yes, Graham.
What is
pretty
that?
sure.
Not no penetration. Just
doesn't have to be penetration. It's a you can't
that's
be
love.
You can. Okay. Hold
what
on.
if it's a stepchild?
Okay, I don't know where we're going with this, but
I'm just asking. Not no penetration. Just
doesn't have to be penetration. It's a you can't
that's
be.
Love. Oh, right.
Sounds like he's trying to convince you that it's okay. It sounds like he's trying to convince you that it's okay for you to to assault a child. I know y'all don't want to talk about Michael Jackson. I'm gonna leave y'all alone.
Can you get charged if you spoon a child?
Because Michael Jackson was, oh, we just lay in a bed together. We all just lay in the same, we're all in the same bedroom. I'm on the floor, they're in the bed. And there's so many of y'all online that start entire Instagram pages so that y'all could tell us that Michael Jackson was not a creep and that everybody was trying to set Michael Jackson up because he spoke out about certain things. Okay, cool. I'm gonna move around.
Like, get behind him, make him take all his clothes off, and you hug him
I'm
like that.
pretty
Is that
sure.
charged?
Yes, Graham.
What is
pretty
that?
sure.
Not no penetration. Just
Doesn't have to be penetration. It's so you can't
that's
be.
love.
You can. Okay, hold
What
on.
if it's a stepchild?
Okay, I don't know where we're going with this, but
I'm just asking. They got these charges. I'm trying to see what the charges gonna be.
The wedding ring.
Somebody called me Corey Kelly because I said spoon.
Oh, good one.
I would never.
Or Corey Epstein.
Spoon a child. I'm asking what happens if you do it. It's called research. Please keep this piece of tape for future references. I'm telling you now, when they go after me, they get dirt like a motherfucker. I'm here to tell you, they go through my computer, they gonna be like, Corey, like porn. What else can I put out there?
Snacks.
I mean, I'm a big dick in the child. I'm gonna check my browser, goddamn.
They are physically developed for you to get off with a body that ain't fucked up. And I've said this before on the show, D.
What did I tell y'all about the way these men talk about women's bodies as if they want you to be a child? How many times do I tell y'all about this? And to me, a grown man talking to people like this, the way Corey is talking, this is the way men talk. And this is the way they talk about barbershop talk. This is what this sounds like to me. And there are always people that are going to just let them talk. And then there are people that are going to be like agreeing and not saying anything. People that are going to be laughing, acting like the shit is funny. But please understand, the conversation that Corey is having on his podcast is also being had in groups of men in real life off the internet. That's how you get your R. Kellys in them.
A woman who is 16 can give you a healthy ass baby.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That woman is like at a point in her life where she is.
Right.
It's just nobody likes to say shit like that in America because you can get in trouble for that. Now, I don't want no woman that's 16, 17, 18 because of the laws and because of the mental state she's in. But I'm talking about a healthy woman is a woman who's around 16 through 25.
I guess.
16 through 25, that's probably as healthy as they get. Say, fuck, 16 through 26. That 10 years is a woman's prime when it comes to delivering babies. Because once Epstein Island, that'd be a great movie. Yeah. What was happening on Epstein Island?
Nigga, they was fucking the shit out of children.
That would be a horrible movie. You telling me?
Oh my God, they weren't children.
Shut the fuck up, nigga. What the fuck, nigga?
There you go. Now you don't.
What you mean? Nigga, I said no, and I said, nigga,
you wouldn't watch it if it was a movie. It ain't real.
I ain't watching
Nothing that got to do with no children fucking. What the fuck are we talking about in this bitch right now?
I want to know who that is that's saying that to him.
Would you watch it? No.
Fuck and no. There you go.
You won't watch
That's
it.
my motherfucking goddamn.
That's ridiculous. He knows what he's doing.
I know he knows. I know he knows. Yeah, I know he knows what he's doing.
Exactly. My God.
You gonna have it used all over you, boy.
I said if they made the movie. They make slave movies. Y'all watch them?
Man, I ain't watching no goddamn children.
They watch slave movies. Y'all watch them. That makes me. That goes right back to that Dave Chappelle joke. That goes right back to that Dave Chappelle joke. That if you can lock up 15-year-old black boys for life, then you can piss on girls. You can piss on 15-year-old black girls. Or however the fuck the joke went.
What for them make where motherfuckers be like, I believe that life is going to...
They squeeze the titties. They squeeze the titties on Beloved. You remember that?
I see what you're trying to go through. We watch rape and all this. You watch all this shit.
I see what he's saying.
No, y'all are trying to make sense of what he's saying, but the truth of the matter is he is trying to groom y'all. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get them to engage in a conversation in which it doesn't seem like I'm just a creepy old man that wants y'all to think that, become desensitized to us talking about engaging with children in this way.
Like old girl said in that one movie, scrupulous shit.
Put it like this. If your ass don't get a fucking nasty ass feeling being around any of that motherfucking vibe, that motherfucking image, that motherfucking video, anything, you got something wrong with yourself.
Niggas are trained to look at what they think people don't like. Look, check this out. Do you know how many people that you watch on TV were associated with Epstein?
When old boy said what he said, that should have ended the conversation. Why is he trying to, what point are you trying to make?
Yeah, don't get me started, bro.
Let's not miss the point. That's why I said this. How many of your stars you watch today are associated with Epstein?
That's facts. Don't get me going.
And this is the point that black men make all the time. This is really going to make, well round my show today about the way black people use white people to shield themselves from accountability from doing the same nasty, fucked up ass shit.
That's true. They won't go after them. They'll try to say, Corey said something about, would you watch a movie? You suck ass niggas.
You hear it? You hear it? They not gonna say nothing about the white man, but they'll say something about me. Y'all hear automatically already putting in the idea. That's inserting that idea in y'all head that if somebody were to bring up this compilation for y'all to say, oh, but Epstein, white people, this man, that man, it's a deflection from your nasty ass. Corey, and we're not going to deflect. We're not going to deflect, Corey. We're going to stay right on top of your motherfucking head, nigga.
Baby, happy 16th birthday. Hell, she ain't yours, so this is easy. She turned this week 16 Saturday. Hey, what's up? Make sure, hey, look, I don't know her name. Isabella. What is her name? Dita 605? Dita 605? Listen, I want to wish your daughter a happy birthday. Her sweet 16. It's a beautiful age, and you make sure you and your daughter have counseling so that if she's broke, cat daddies like me ain't in that ass by the time she's 21 through 30. Because if you don't bring them up right, I'm going to be with them on their birthday.
And that's funny to some people. That's not funny to me. That's not funny to me.
Oh, with the little broke bitch? We was in Victoria's Secret. And I'm sitting there at the counter. I'm like, what's up?
Yeah. So y'all think punching a woman is bad. I think all of the shit that he's saying is worse than punching a woman. Punching a woman is very bad, y'all. Please don't get me wrong. But what he is saying makes me think that there's so much other shit that he's done that has gone on behind closed doors that we don't know about that's so much worse than him punching that lady in the face.
She needs to get measured for a bra. She never been measured for a bra, and she want to have the right size on instead of Walmart bras. And the lady was like, oh, that is so sweet. Is this your daughter? I said, I'm standing up in this little bit.
Oh, my God.
And it wasn't a laugh when I said that. It wasn't a laugh. The lady looked like, I was like, I got a couple of dollars. I get to smash look cute young girls like this that come from poverty. I'm standing up in her. Do you need a bra, bitch? My brother's daughter.
Just let them tell on themselves. I don't understand how that lady is still sitting next to him. I would have to question, like, that lady looked dead from in her eyes and in her neck. Like, that lady don't look like she look like she is disassociated so much in her life that she's desensitized to this shit. And I imagine that if you was with Ice-T back then, that he pimped your ass out too, which is why you don't see nothing wrong with this. And that's another thing. A lot of older women, they were children getting fucked on by grown-ass men. So even though they're adults, they don't see the problem when grown-ass men say shit like this. And this is the mentality. If you don't raise them right, there goes a nasty old man, Corey Holcomb, coming out of the fucking bushes to fuck on your surviving poor child.
Was with a group of us. We were at the hotel because my mom was in town. Dee, was you there?
Yep, I brought the cake.
I know how to do babies.
It was super cute.
Everybody was trying to get her attention, but she wouldn't do nothing but hug her daddy because she didn't know us like that.
That's true.
I didn't pay her no attention. I just kept looking away. But I talk, my voice carries. And she kept looking. Yeah. All of a sudden, what happened, D?
She went right to him. It was almost like,
I'm the one wasn't paying her no attention.
D, you're a weird ass bitch.
Like this, what? Like,
you know what that told me? What? She gonna be getting dick put up in when she grow up.
God, why did I know it was gonna take a bad turn?
That's not funny.
But
And
you
he's
know, I told
forcing the laugh, y'all. Forcing it. Y'all, this is sick. This is really sick for him to be infusing this in his commentary all the time.
voice carries, and she kept looking.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, what happened, D?
She went right to him. It was almost like, you know.
I'm the one wasn't paying her no attention.
And everybody like this, what? Like,
You know what that told me?
What?
She gonna be getting dick put up in her when she
Oh,
grow
God,
up.
why did I know it was going to take a bad turn? Why?
I will not be defeated. Family ties must not rule over the business of the 5150.
No, either that or she wanted good luck and she thought you were
I'm
booed.
gonna get a text from my brother in a minute. Fuck you.
That's funny.
Oh,
That's not funny. That's sick as fuck.
see, I knew it. He pulled a Craig on him. We didn't know what was going to come out of his mouth.
People say you terrible, Corey.
Yes, he is.
But there's truth to that.
What truth is there to you? What truth, nigga?
Her magnetic attraction to the male, the alpha in the room.
A child. Not just because you're loud. Not just because you're loud. And look at him talking about how he wasn't paying her no attention on purpose. You're trying to manipulate a fucking baby. You're a sick, disgusting, fat slob of a human being, and I'm glad that they're canceling your bitch ass.
Mean something. Am I wrong? Can anyone explain it? See, I'm not a scientific, explain with this scientific backing, but I watch young women as they develop in this world. And I get a pretty good idea of what they're going to be about. I know.
No, don't have no fucking nightmares, but be aware. Don't have fucking nightmares. You already know these niggas is doing this shit. I'm just showing you how they think. Be aware of niggas like Corey Holcomb and that talk like him and think like him, that watch him. The niggas that speak up on his behalf on the internet. All of them are the same type of nigga as far as I'm concerned.
Going to need intense training to not go too far left. I know I'm blessed with this mind. A young girl.
This girl daughter called me like she was around about 8, and I didn't stop. I was just looking at her.
Oh, what? Oh, you pervert. That's a pervert move.
Oh. And she said something. I was like, oh.
It don't say nothing in the Bible about you, that you got to stop fucking if
Yeah, him too.
walk in.
You got to get the kids used to the shit
You
grown
made
folks do.
you made eye contact with the kids.
You gotta get the kids used to the shit that grown folks do. This nigga should be stinking somewhere at some point.
I wasn't flirting with the little girl, but I wanted to see
Because understand that men that seek out poor women with children, because he says he seeks out these poor women with children, but he makes it seem like it's so that he can fuck the women. But really, he probably has a long list of girlfriends whose kids he might have fucked with.
I want her to see me fuck her mama.
That don't even sound right. No, that don't sound right.
So she can stop
It never sounds right, D. It ain't been sounding right, bitch.
What's happening when we close the door?
That's
Somebody say I'm a sex offender because I'm fucking
Exactly,
her mama.
yeah.
I was fucking her mama in her bed. That little girl ain't had no business waking up in the middle of the night.
My thing is how you.
Did her mama know she came? Once her mama realized that I played it off, like, oh,
That's so gross. That's so gross and so disgusting. Ain't nothing funny about that shit.
I'm at an age where I fuck with girls this young and old.
Oh, brother, I moved in with this lady, and her 14-year-old daughter was trying to give me that pussy. It's just, I ain't that dude. I was shocked once I confirmed it.
Yeah.
Because one day
You're
we
a
was all-
liar. You're a liar. Don't no 14-year-old girl want to fuck you. Let your big, sweaty, nasty, smelly, stanky, funky fucking ass get on top of her and do your business. Y'all niggas can lie to yourselves all y'all want to, thinking that these young girls want you. They do not want you. Y'all are grooming them. Y'all are manipulating them, and y'all are taking advantage of the fact that they too young to know what the fuck is going on. You're a weirdo. Your ass need to be stinking somewhere.
all in the room, and then, they kids.
Right.
So, and I was cool with them at the time. When I did not fuck that little girl tried to sabotage my relationship with her mother.
Yes.
And that's not even a scare. So there's been some scary scenarios.
All of the shit that he been saying, all of the stuff that he been saying, do you really believe that chain of events? Do you really believe that? Or do you believe that he probably did something to this little girl and this is a preemptive way in case the story ever comes out that you could put out a lie that says that she wanted you? That's what predators say. That's what PDF files say about children, that they wanted them.
It's real shit. I wouldn't lie on that girl. That girl, I was like, oh my God. I fucked up. And I told her mother.
That was the right thing?
Your mother, I told her, you know your daughter, she tried to make a move on me. Like, because we was all in the room, and one day they jumped in the bed, because the two little ones
When I tell you, I probably would have went to jail. I would have went to jail. Because I would have asked him to explain that story to me while I put on a pot of boiling water. And I would have to decide whether I was going to put a knife in the boiling water or whether I was going to throw the boiling water on him. But either way, a nigga was going to get cooked and filleted.
Playing with me like, Corey. But the other one did this. She threw that ass on me and did this. And that's it.
So you perceive children playing with you as them trying to fuck you. You're a creep.
Oh, shit. What the fuck was that? And I told her mother, and her mother, you know the first thing her mother said?
And this is what happens all the time, y'all. This is what happens all the time. Men like Corey Holcomb get to sit around with other men and talk like this, and nobody stops them. Nobody says you're a sick fuck. Nobody says your ass need to be in jail. Nobody says somebody should have left your ass stinking under a bridge years ago. Nobody says it. They just let him keep talking.
So do you like her? I was like, oh. When I was in Iceland, you don't have to be no 18. I think it was 13, maybe 14.
Yeah.
That's a grunt. The vagina been on this planet 14 years.
There's no way a man that talks like this much is not doing this to children. There's just no way. Everybody needs to check in with all of the girlfriends. If you ever knew a woman to be fucking with Corey Holcomb, you need to check with her goddamn kids.
On the show. Yeah. Also, do you know if a woman 16 years old gives you a baby, that is going to be 16, 17, 18, 19, that is going to be one of the healthiest babies possible.
Right.
So now you're talking about impregnating 16-year-old girls and calling them women.
At that age, they've been on the planet long enough. They're in their prime developmental wise.
No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. Actually, it does a lot of damage to girls' bodies when they have babies too early. Actually. I just wanted us to be clear. I just wanted us to be clear on what's going on, because y'all tend to think that these things are just going on with white people. Anytime we talk about a black man that's been accused of any of this shit, y'all hurry up and want to bring up a white man. And I want y'all to be very motherfucking clear on why they're doing it and who's doing it. People like Corey Holcomb are bringing up, when we talk about predators, bringing up white men. Because you don't want us to focus in on you, because you want to be able to get away with what you're doing. Keep your eye on these niggas. Stop letting foundational black, we black. Yeah, okay, yeah. And I'm still looking at you niggas sideways every day, all day. I was about to, let's do this one. This the last one I'm going to do. And this is just him going in on Joe Budden yesterday. So the villains are fighting each other.
Got a name for him. Fruit Booty Buttons and his crew. Fruit Booty Buttons is a serial woman beater. Was talking about how he sat. They said, the girl said he sat on my stomach and made me have a miscarriage. You know what he said? I didn't sit, I sat on top of her titties or something. He said, I sat on where her breast was. That's where I was sitting. I know you ain't talking crazy about me, homie. I mean, most of the time, all you guys who say what you say, I don't care what you say online. I expect you to talk about me. Yeah, Fruit Booty Buttons. They know who I'm talking about. Fruit Booty Buttons. That motherfucker say, I think he said I was a bitch ass nigga or something. Yeah, I'll be a bitch ass nigga. Online, I'm a bitch ass nigga. Man to man, I ain't.
You a bitch ass nigga man to man too. You a bitch ass nigga in person. You a bitch ass nigga in private. You a bitch ass nigga on the internet. You a bitch ass nigga in Iceland. You a bitch ass nigga in America. Wherever you stand, nigga, a bitch ass nigga is standing right there. And I don't know why you think everybody is gonna be scared of you. What do you think? What do you think? Like, you think everybody about to go into hand-to-hand combat with your big gorilla looking ass? I'm a lover of sharp objects.
No bitch ass nigga, homie. But man to man, you a serial woman beater.
Everybody do the homework on Fruit Booty Buttons and all of the women that have accused him of actually beating them up. Since you want some heat, since you couldn't leave me alone. Everybody do the research on Fruit Booty Buttons and see how he is a serial woman beater. Fruit Booty Buttons? Yeah. You and your crew talk about that since y'all need subject matter, because y'all admit y'all watch me. I don't watch y'all. I just saw that.
Nigga, please. Nigga, please. Nobody gives a fuck. You're a creep. You're a creep. He's a creep. You're all fucking creeps. Nobody give a fuck. Y'all just like them niggas in the White House. Y'all just like them niggas. Don't nobody, what? What? Also, quickly, I'm gonna need for y'all to stop with this nigga. Deontay Wilder gets emotional while confronting interviewer after being pressed about Tyson Fury. Says, why is it hard to believe a black man? Deontay Wilder grew visibly frustrated during a recent Talk Sport appearance after being questioned again about his rivalry with Tyson Fury. As the exchange escalated, Wilder challenged why his claims are repeatedly doubted, saying, why is it so hard to believe a black man? I don't know. Why is it so hard to believe a black woman when she says a black man strangled her, Deontay?
I wanted to move you on to Tyson Fury.
I don't want to talk about him.
No, you're going to.
We're here about this.
No, but you're going to.
We're not going to talk about him. We're not going to talk about him at all. Understand that?
No, fair enough.
All right, then. So let's move on. It's all about Derek Chisora. That's it.
I understand that. You've called him a cheat. and it leads me
the biggest in boxing.
That's like a little bit flaky. You lost those fights, and those fights were lost. It's kind of disappointing to me
You can say
about
what you
because
want. I know the truth. I have the facts.
Okay.
Understand that. I risk my life for you's entertainment to see.
No, absolutely.
So why I ain't never lied about none of this business. Why is it so hard to believe a black man than a white man? Understand me? Why is it so hard to believe a black man than a white man?
Why? I hate when y'all do this.
Why you don't believe me? Why is it?
First and foremost, it's got nothing to do with colour.
No, it does. This whole country got some. This whole world got something to do with race. You think your life has been like mine?
Yeah, see, and they all in the comments. They all in the comments, girl. Let me see. The historic rivalry between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury has recently flared up again in February 2026 as both fighters prepare for separate matches this April. While Fury was sought to de-escalate the tension, Wilder has doubled down on allegations that Fury cheated in 2 of their 3 previous bouts. On February 3rd, Wilder labeled Fury the biggest cheater in boxing history, claiming he has proof of an upcoming documentary. During an interview on February 4th, Wilder stormed off the set when pressed further about these claims, citing white supremacy and white privilege as reasons his allegations aren't believed. Initially, retaliating with a video of his knockout victory, Fury made a U-turn on February 5th, deleting the post and offering an olive branch. He stated he would rather pray for Wilder than engage in pettiness, suggesting Wilder is lost and dealing with mental health issues. He is dealing with mental health issues. And he's abusive. He's abusive. Let's see. What proof does Deontay Wilder claim to have? Let's see if I can help. Okay. He said he has proof and artifacts that Tyson Fury cheated in their first 2 bouts. I don't know, glove tampering. So there was some glove tampering, physical injuries as evidence, ear scratches, unnatural glove bending. So they saying that he lost the fight and it was some cheatation. It might have. I don't know. I don't follow boxing like that. So I won't presume to know y'all, but the first comment is what pissed me off. The first comment is Chance the Rapper saying emotional, not the word. This is called righteous indignation, and it scares people who try to gaslight you. And I don't know what it is, y'all, but whenever y'all decide to like join up in arms to protect abusive black men, it annoys me. Like y'all being like pro-black in the comments and we standing with him, we standing to this day, because y'all know Deontay did that, you know. But something is wrong with Deontay. Something is wrong with Deontay. Period. And I hate when y'all do that, you know, oh yeah, because he's right in this one, he may be right in this one situation. It's all this, we love Deontay. Black power. Man, fuck Deontay. All them abusive ass boxing niggas that be beating on their women behind the scenes. Fuck all them niggas. Get a grip. All right, I'm done. I'm done. Ooh Ladies First panel will be back tonight on my channel for 8:30 p.m. Central Time. If you want to see me, Jamie, and Niecy, make sure y'all come through. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Don't forget to sign up if you're trying to come with us to Thailand in April. Reset by Design Wellness is just taking a cute little trip, girl. It's not a retreat. Men and women are welcome. Everybody's welcome on this trip. So if you want to come, link down below in the description box. Follow me on BondyBlue Bites, where I cut up these long form lives and give y'all the subject matter piece by piece if y'all don't like watching the long form lives. So follow me over there. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all, and I will see y'all later. Peace out.